right. This is RPL Season 9. Oh my god, Season 9 Draft Podcast. I have Greg here.
Hello, hello.
And I have the Dragon Turtle here.
Yo, yo.
One and only. We have 18 drafts to go through. Lots of Pokemon. So this is
Popcorn.
Scarlet Violet draft. We're like a month into the games being released. So people don't know what the new mons are. So we will our takes might be slightly more heated than normal. Also, like, we're drafting from just the 400 Pokemon in the decks, so teams are, like, in general worse than in previous seasons. I think that's important to mention.
It's the 400 plus the Charizard line. Although the box legendaries and Fluttermane are banned.
Yes.
You got picked. It's important.
Also, like, we're not... Terras are just, like, allowed, and everything might be very unbalanced, so... Yeah, just, like, keep in mind, no one really knows how good these drafts are, to be honest. We're just guessing more than we usually do.
Educated guessing.
Mm-hmm. Anything else to say before we get into it?
Every Pokemon lost something for the most part. Defog, Rapid Spin, Scald doesn't really exist.
Every like Pokemon from previous gens is worse, and all the new Pokemon are like way better. Like they just got like 50 more base stats than the previous Pokemon.
Yeah, and like every Pokemon lost like Toxic and stuff like that. So like it's a lot harder to stall it out. So I know personally, I weighted teams that can actually do things offensively a lot higher than bulky teams.
There's also like a lot of offense in general. Like there's not a lot of new defensive mons.
Yep. Okay, we should just go. I think maybe we should do Ryan first since he is here and present. And then maybe after that we go with the draft order or something.
Pandii just showed up as well, so we can...
Okay, we'll do Pandii after. Okay, so Ryan, also, I've been very limited on time recently. I have not looked at every draft. I've probably done detailed analysis on like 12 or 14, but Ryan is one of the few drafts I did not look at. So if someone else doesn't mind starting.
Sure, I can go. Let me just scroll to my notes for Ryan. So Ryan only has 2 quad weaknesses, which, when looking at a bunch of the other teams, is decently low. So good job. He has good Fairy and Dragon resists, probably needs another Fighting resist or 2 based on team composition, and maybe a Ground as well, because outside of the Flying types who are weak to rocks, it's pretty bad, and Rock Ground moves typically overlap on Pokemon. And I'm not really sure how I feel about the Water resists on this team.
Yeah, I'm definitely seeing the Edgequake weakness for sure. I mean, he does have a Moongus, but like, not great. The first thing I notice is like his speed is not the best at all. He's got like Lycanroc, which is like already like not the best offensive Pokemon. I guess he's got the Kilowaddle, which is a little better.
This team just like it's a pretty good functioning like sand team, honestly. Lycanroc is decently threatening.
Well, I think it's a bit Earthquake weak with like your flyings being so frail. Like a Moongus is really the only good switch, and even that's neutral.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Yeah, and like I don't know, the offense feels very underwhelming. Like, what's threatening on this team? Like, at all, honestly.
The watch roll is pretty strong.
It's okay.
It's okay. I think you can do some pretty interesting things with Lucario. You can run it physical or special. So while you don't think of like Lucario as this like super threatening sand team sweeper, it still gets the special defense boost. which kind of makes up for its lackluster defensive stats, and it still hits decently hard. So I don't think it's, too bad.
I actually really like Lucario.
Yeah.
I think it's a really good mixed mons in general in draft. I think are just really good because they're hard to prepare for.
Right, unless your team that you have is specifically weak to one physical or special, it's not typically what you would enjoy having to prep against.
I'm also seeing no fairy type, which is never a good thing.
Well, I'm more willing to excuse it this gen because I checked, there are 14 what I would consider even like borderline draftable fairy types in the game. And like the one that's currently out there is Dedenne, and I don't know that I would drop anything for Dedenne right now. This generation is really.
I mean, still, like it's. I mean, you just got to draft a fairy type earlier. Like it's still a problem with the draft, I think.
Don't sleep on cheek pouch citrus berry.
True.
Yeah, I don't know. I just like. Yeah, I don't even like the offense doesn't impress me at all, and like even the defense, like yeah, you got Vaporeon and Moongus, but I don't see a whole lot else.
I'm pretty excited to see the I don't even know how to say it, Giraffarigs evolution.
Correct.
Oh, I didn't even realize that was its evolution. What the hell?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So something interesting is Armor Tail, and if I remember correctly, it blocks priority. But I could be wrong.
Yeah, I'm looking right now. Blocks priority.
But that's good for Sucker Punch.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I really like that one.
Plus, and then you get a grass immunity, which kind of helps with your sand team. You've got Titar and Vaporeon and Lycanroc that all don't really want to take that, and neither does Knucklestack. So,
surely there was another like Sandrush Pokemon you could have drafted. Or is there really like none? Actually, I think there is like none this gen. I remember actually hearing that, so I take it back.
There aren't many. I think weather teams are really limited this season.
Well, fire's like insane, and then like water's pretty decent, and then that's it. Well, actually, I think like ice is better than rock, honestly. And I'm not saying that because I have ice, but just like there's no Sandrush Pokemon.
It's Lycanroc and Houndstone are the only two that are legal. But
yeah, you could have got Houndstone, I guess, Ryan. But anyway,
I would have liked to see a ground type on this team, honestly.
Oh, no ground. I didn't even notice that.
Yeah. So that's kind of my big gripe right now. Although, in terms of healing that you so much like to put an emphasis on, he has 2 Wishmons in Faradroth and Vaporeon.
That is true.
I don't know how much you're going to be running Wish on Faradroth, but
I doubt it. And depending on just some weeks, I don't know where you slot Vaporeon in.
Also, I don't think there's removal at all. Like
Braviary.
Huh?
It's Braviary.
Okay. It's default,
that
yeah.
hardly counts. Yeah, like removal is not good at all. And also I'm seeing like no hazards besides rocks.
It's only rocks. And then it's you turn on Braviary, kill a Watchful Berserker, and Volt Switch will kill a Watchful. That's all you got.
Pivots are good. That's a good thing. And like the healing, like you said, is good too.
Although I'm not really convinced that hazards are as big of a deal as it was last generation because you had a lot more options.
Oh, I think it's more important because I think.
Do you?
Because I think like people are going to be tearing defensively a lot, and so I think you're really going to have to wear teams down. And like also, there's just not a whole lot of offensive threats. Like there's a lot of offensive Pokemon in general, but I think there's going to be so much defensive tearing that you're really going to want to wear teams down with hazards.
I kind of disagree a little bit. I think that what you're going to end up wanting to do is kind of playing to some ranges and where you can tear offensively to be able to pick up a KO that can kind of swing the momentum in your favor. Because one thing I've noticed just in playing a bunch of mocks with some different teams is when you break the stalemate of like whether wearing people down or just, going through switches, trying to, find a favorable matchup and outpredict someone, that first KO means a lot.
Yeah. You could be right. I mean, like I said, we're just guessing here. That's a pretty wild guess for me. Okay, we should move on. I'm thinking, so are you guys, I gave teams like something out of 10. Is that what you guys did, or
I just generally ballparked where I put them, like 1 through 18.
like ranking them?
Yeah, just kind of within it. I would take it as like within a couple places. Because I didn't
Okay, well you
necessarily
can
want to
say
be like,
that. You can say like you ranked them like
I had
fourth or
Ryan about 10th. I could see a reason for it to go up if the Sand team actually pans out a bit. But I do think there are some improvements that needed to be made if it really wants to like advance in playoffs and everything.
Yeah,
Yeah.
go ahead, DT.
I was just say I gave like letter grades. I gave this like a C minus.
Okay.
Just
Well,
because like
yeah.
I think it's a little limited with what he's gonna be able to bring like each week.
Yeah, I mean, I'm seeing like a lot of weaknesses, like missing key types, no ground, no fairy. Speed isn't great. Removal is very bad. Only a stealth rock. Like I don't know. I think there's a lot of problems with this draft, honestly. Uh, so and like even like it's just like it doesn't have a lot of like threatening. Like usually, almost every single team has at least one like super threatening thing, like a Chi-Yu, you know. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but not this team. So yeah, I'm giving it a number grades. I give it a 3 out of 10. I'm sorry. All right.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how he used T-Tar because I had it last season and I hated it.
Yeah, T-Tar's
It was
kind of
just
hard to
so
use,
slow.
to be honest.
Yeah,
Like, it doesn't get recovery. It doesn't get a whole lot of utility. Like, its stats are insane, and it gets a really good coverage. But yeah, it's
it
like
does, but it's
slow.
so slow and
I
like
know.
dies to like any fighting hit.
Yeah.
Right.
You can't, like, I think Terra does help T-Tar a lot.
For sure, for sure.
And he doesn't have any, like, obvious Terras, so, like, he can use it on T-Tar a lot. Anyway, okay.
I would have liked a ghost type to help with that fighting weakness, but
That's true, no ghost. Yeah.
Mm.
Okay, we need to move on. So we got Pandii here, right? Should
Yep.
we do him? Okay, Pandii's draft I did do. So kind of like Ryan, he only has stealth rocks for hazards, but he does have a really good spinner and iron treads, like a great
that's
spinner.
that's not true.
Hmm?
He has spikes and toxic spikes.
Where's the T spikes?
Unless I'm entirely trolling on who I
Did
looked at.
Dunsparce get T spikes?
The Dunsparce gets Stealth Rock, but T spikes are on Gengar and Vespiquen, and spikes are on Whiscash and Vespiquen.
Oh, true. Okay,
Yeah.
I'm wrong. Yeah. Also, doesn't have a fairy like Ryan. Do you think Dragon's pretty spammable, especially because he drafted Roaring Moon? Like, you really want a fairy type with Roaring Moon, in my opinion. That's really important. So like his only fairy resist is Iron Treads, I think. Yeah.
There are 2 fairy
Okay,
I
resists.
mean,
Vespiquen
technically
technically.
Gengar.
Oh yeah, Gengar. Okay, you're right. Oh no, sorry. Fairy's not spammable. I mean, Dragon is spammable. That's what I have in
Yeah.
my notes. I think his
Yeah,
only
he does have
resist
Iron
is
Treads, but
Treads. Yeah. Like Dracos are dropping all over this team. Also no fire type, not as big of a deal. But yeah, I kind of I thought this team was very well rounded in general. Um, what else did
Yeah,
you guys
something I
think?
noticed was there was kind of like a lacking of ice answers, but it's not really that much of a problem since the main ice weaknesses are like Jump Bluff and Vespiquen. and Vespiquen may be used as hazards, and I don't think jump left matters.
Yep.
And there's Roaring Moon, but
Yeah.
I think he's okay on ice. Like, Slowking's a really good answer, and then
yeah,
Titan's like really defensive too. It's a Titan. I don't know. I thought
yeah,
good.
I thought it was a bit early for Titan with
Yeah, I mean, I
without like
was gonna draft it
snow.
like last round for Slush Rush.
Yeah, yeah, without
Although I'm
snow,
sure.
like
I mean, I see it. It's the sheer force you want.
Well, it gets like it's really bulky, right? And it gets belly drum, and it can set up its own. Like that's like the thing is, you kind of need 2 turns to set up, but if you get those 2 turns, then like it just hard sweeps, you know?
yeah, it's not a bad one at all. It's just kind of hard to use, in my opinion.
And I think in a draft league format, when people know you're bringing it, the people are gonna be more in tune for like what you're actually planning on doing, especially later in the season if you bring it before and they know your sets or what you might run.
hmm I think Earthquake a little spamble too. He's only got Electros.
There are 3. I mean, yeah, I guess it's jump off and the best.
Like
Yeah,
yeah,
other
I'm
immunities.
hardly counting those ones
Yeah,
because like especially with Iron Treads, like people are just gonna be running a lot of ground moves for it.
I mean, Electros is good with no like Mold Breaker Excadrill or
It
anything
is.
like that.
Right.
Well, but also like it's not like okay, you switch in on a ground like on a ground move and you're immune, but like how are you gonna hit the ground type back? You know,
Uh,
like
I
what are you
thought it
doing?
does it not get Surf?
Does it? It
I thought
might.
it used to at least.
No, it doesn't.
Uh,
Gets like grass knot, I guess. Okay. Okay, I could be wrong.
yeah, it has Liquidation.
Oh, okay. I'm wrong. Yeah, no, Electros is okay. I still think ground's a little annoying though. Um,
Yeah,
what else?
Uh,
Go ahead.
I think his first 3 picks are like really, really solid though. I think like building around that was smart.
Yeah, for sure.
I agree.
Like Roaring Moon is just like insane, and Iron Treads is also like really, really, really good.
So Roaring Moon is what the best dragon type in the format with good attack, good speed.
Yeah, probably. I
And
mean, you
then
could
if
argue
you
Excalibur.
Yeah, def
Anyway, um, only priority is Ice Shard Titan, I believe, which is not good.
I don't have that marked in particular though, but
Yeah, I care a lot about priority more than others. I don't know, but yeah, it's hard to like. It's just a good, solid draft for the most part. There's just a few issues. Um,
I do think this is definitely one of the better drafts we have though.
yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
yeah, I mean, defense is kind of a little underwhelming. I think. I don't know how good Didon Sparse is. It looks like pretty good, but
Yeah, I think that's gonna be a theme though. Like I like
Yeah.
Iron Treads and Slow King a lot as defensive anchors,
yeah.
and Electros as a semi. Because like it's can be really hard to kill Electros since you can't hit it with super effective moves most of the time.
Right.
Like its stats aren't the greatest, but if you're hitting it with like neutral weak moves,
hmm All right. Do we want to? Where'd you have it, Greg?
3rd actually.
Third. Wow.
Yeah. There's I definitely have some controversial places for some of the typically high placers based on what I think this meta is going to be.
Interesting.
But
I gave it a 7.5 out of 10, which is higher. I was like pretty strict with my points. I think maybe it's because like everyone doesn't have as good of a draft. I had it's like sixth, I think, of the people I did do, which is like 12 teams.
I gave it a B plus. I thought it was pretty good.
All right. Who else do we have here?
Ellie and Muck.
Ellie and Muck. Uh, DT, you want to start?
Sure. I thought Little was a very interesting pick. I really
Yeah, I
like
did too.
Meowscarada though.
Yeah. Is it
Meowscarada and Gothitelle are sleeper picks, I think.
Yeah, those two were really good. Reverum I really like too. That thing looks good.
Yeah, I had my eye on it.
It gets
It's just
a
like,
parting shot somehow.
yeah, I think it might just be a little too easy to kill having like a 4-time weakness and not the best stats.
Yeah.
But for like where he got in the draft, it was like the best deal left. So
I think filter will maybe help something that's not necessarily like totally offensive, but
yeah,
if there is something that is reasonably offensively inclined, it'll be one shot by like Earthquake or Earth Power.
Yeah. So this draft just is very weird to me. Like I don't think the synergy is all that good. Um like there's no fairy, no fire. There's a very big electric weakness. Like you got Meowscarada, and then I think that's it. Palo
it's
Sand.
not the
But
best like resist to have though.
yeah.
It's
Like
more
Palo Sand is a
offensive.
good resist, I guess. Although I don't know, you can like beat Palo Sand. But yeah,
Yeah,
like very electric weak. Um
but he doesn't have many ghost resists either.
yeah, I noticed
Meowscarada and
that.
Honchkrow is it, I believe.
Yeah, and those are like offensive mons.
Right.
Right. Um what else? I don't really
Uh,
like the speed either. Like I get it's a rain team. You've got like Floatzel in the rain, and you've got like Wug Trio, which
I
barely
don't think
counts.
Wood Trio's good.
No, I
No,
don't
that
think
one's
it's
terrible.
good.
Um,
Like yeah, like where's the speed besides Floatzel? Like
no,
that's it.
I think
Like
when they picked
Cryogonal?
Basculin was better.
I don't know. I mean,
Yeah,
either way, it kind of seems like why are you using Bug Trio or Basculin over Floatzel? It just seems like the
Yeah.
same mon slot.
it's
Although
redundant. Yeah.
Floatzel is gotten a big buff this generation with Wave Crash.
No, I mean
Yeah,
I don't think Floatzel's bad at all. It was
Right.
just I think a little early. I don't think it would have gotten taken.
right. What else?
I
The
think he's gonna have
removal.
trouble with hazards.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I was gonna say. I think
It's
just
Cryogonal only.
yeah, literally just Cryogonal. That's not good. You don't want to be running Cryogonal
yeah.
every week. Um, and then like even the hazard setters. What do you have? Like
It's
Reverum, T
Heracross,
Spikes.
Masquerada, Palisand, and Reverie.
I guess it's
You
not that
cover
bad.
spikes, rocks, and toxic spikes. Although I don't think you're running hazards on Masquerada.
Yeah, but like his only defensive mon with hazards is Palos. I guess Reverum. I don't know. I don't really like the hazard options. Seems kind of awkward to set up hazards. Um,
Yeah, I think Palisand gets rocks, right?
yeah,
Palisand does
just
get rocks.
Palos seems like the only good. I guess Reverum too. It's not that bad. It's just like a little below average, I think. Um, I do like his pivot options. That's something he did really well. Like Meowscarada, Rotomosh, Pelipper,
Yeah, I
Reverum.
really like Rotom Wash with this team.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, of course. Like Rotomosh was
Uh,
gonna be
one
such a
thing I
good
did
pick for you.
notice is anything that gets freeze dry is going to be so happy on this team.
Yep.
Yup.
So if
Iron
you
Bundle.
have Iron Bundle. I would like to see another ice resist that isn't a water type.
Hmm.
I mean, he has Reverum.
Like he doesn't have a fire type. Not that you really want a fire type on a rain team, but still.
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
literally the only monster that get freeze dry I'm looking now is like Iron Bundle, Bax Caliper, which isn't gonna use it, Cryogonal, which he has, and then Glaceon and Glalie. So
And Ice Cube, I guess.
yeah, it's not really a problem, but
No, I guess. Oh, I guess I am in the lucky situation where
yeah, you like have the only usable freeze dryer.
Yeah.
It's not
I
great.
didn't realize that many Pokemon lost it, or there aren't, or didn't get brought up.
Yeah, it got removed from a lot of Pokemon.
Hmm.
Okay. I don't know. Nothing stands out to me. Like Dragonite's really good. Yeah, Meowscardo's like good. I don't think it's gonna be
Really good.
insane. Like it doesn't have the move pool that Greninja has. You know?
And Protean got nerfed.
Wait, did it?
Yep, it only is
Yeah.
on the first turn that that you want to type swap.
Wait, what? That changes my
Yeah,
opinion of this
it's
completely.
it's not every move. Yeah, but I mean, you're gonna run it like Scarf.
Yeah,
lot,
but
probably.
still, like it's still a nerf.
Yeah.
Like having U-turn is really nice. I will say that. Like U-turn is so big for that mon. Anyway, like yeah, really the only thing I like about this team is the pivots. Honestly, I think like
I mean,
as
I
a
think
rain
this
team,
team
it's
can do
pretty good.
damage. Like I think you have a world in which this rain team is like actually good. And I do like that there is an idea of how you want to run the team. It'll be predictable, but at the same time, you kind of know what you're going to get. And there's some teams that are a little more. I picked, you pick like a couple different Pokemon and hope they fit well or complement each other. And I think that these Pokemon actually can complement each other.
Yeah, it's not bad. I give it a 7 out of 10. Like it's just a little worse than Pandy's draft, or not Pandii.
I had this as the 8th best draft.
Oh, okay.
I gave it a C+.
Okay, you guys are more down on it than me, actually.
I just think he's gonna have a huge hazard problem, and like if you're running heavy duty boots on Dragonite every time to preserve the multi-scale, like I don't know.
Yeah, the
And you're
hazards
not outspeeding
definitely.
something, and that's an issue.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they assumed Rotom Wash got defog.
Yeah, that's a brutal loss.
Yep. All right. I think we've covered everyone in here, besides us three. Do we just go from the start? I don't know.
Yeah, if you want to take it from the top and start with mine, Ausxh.
Okay. So the first three on this draft is so insane. Like Iron Bundle, King Gambit. So how do you say it?
Ceruledge.
Yeah.
Like that's so insane. It's so good.
Yeah.
Like the offensive synergy between those three is like insane. So like start of the draft like A+, insane. Okay, and then you got Rotom, and it's like, okay, yeah, that's good. Like good mon. I like that. And then it took a downturn.
Listen, there actually was a reason I drafted Altaria.
Okay, it's not just Altaria, but yeah, so like Altaria. Imagine having these 4 Pokemon and then deciding I am going to draft Altaria as my resist to fire and my
I have an immunity
removal.
to fire as well.
Where's your immunity?
Flash fire on Ceruledge.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that actually does help a little bit. I didn't notice that. I just thought it was a resist.
No, it's immune.
Wait, does it actually like run it though?
Yeah, and on some matchups it's good. Because your main fire step, if you can start to one-shot stuff, you'll heal.
Yeah. No, okay. You're right. That's better than I thought then. But yeah, I don't know. I still think fire is like pretty spammable, like King Gambit, Klefki, Kricketune, Scyther, Rotom.
Yeah, so like, there are 6 Pokemon on this team that are weak to fire.
Yeah.
But in no world are a lot of these Pokemon ever overlapping.
Sure, but it's still just like a good coverage move that people are going to run all the time for you, you know?
That's okay.
Such an easy prep decision.
I think you're like really electric weak too.
Oh, I didn't notice that.
There are like 2 electric weaknesses.
Right, but
I mean, Rotom.
Unless I'm crazy. But I have 2 electric immunities. Then there's a quad resist and a half resist.
Who's immune besides Mudsdale?
Palmot, it's Volt Absorb.
Oh, does it?
Yeah.
I think he's fine.
Yeah, that's better.
And like Rotom's a really good resist, so it's almost 3.
I just don't know if you're ever gonna bring like mons like Kricketune.
No, it's not. So like, yeah, what I was gonna say is like I feel like Cricketune, Scyther, and Go-Go are all like useless, like completely useless.
Yeah.
Go-Go's the
I mean-
mascot, Ben. That's why it was drafted.
Yeah, I mean, it's the last pick of the draft, so
Yeah.
that's whatever.
Yeah. Scyther was picked to counter one team in particular because of its typing. That's not it. So that's not really being run much either.
Mm-hmm.
Does Skunking still get default?
No, it does not, unfortunately. So the hazard removal on this team is Altaria and Scyther.
Yeah, that's a little brutal.
Yeah, it's more than brutal. Yeah, I would really recommend dropping one of Cricketune, Scyther, or Go-Go and like just getting a bulky water. Like there's not really any left, but like maybe Marini or something. Or like the Dreadnought, I don't know.
I don't know. I don't think what I had in mind would actually work with those Pokemon.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. It's like a lot of the Pokemon later in the draft were to fill a specific niche.
Well, like I know Cricketune gets sticky webs, but it's
Yeah.
literally not doing anything else. And also you just like don't need the webs. Like what's using why do you need web? I guess Kingambit? I don't know.
It is an option, and you have to also prep for it on occasion.
Yeah, but like people are bringing removal. It's not like extra prep, really.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah, priority's really good with Iron Bundle, Kingambit, Solar Rouge, or Surge, and Klefki. What else did I have? Pivots are good too, like solid, not amazing, but good. I really just think it's like everything surrounding Altaria. It's the removal. It's I still think you're a little fire weak, and it's the reliable recovery, which you haven't talked about yet. There's Altari's your only reliable recovery.
Altaria doesn't. It's not Wish. If you're talking about Roost, there's also Revival Blessing on Palmot and Wish on Palmot.
Okay, I didn't know Palma got Wish.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm excited to see Revival Blessing.
What was that, TT?
I'm excited to see how you use Revival Blessing. Because I think it can be really good, but I think it can also be a little hard to pull off properly.
Yeah, it has to be in some very interesting circumstances, and people will find a way. Like if you try and sash it with something that you try and have a multi-hit move that's super effective or something like that.
all right. Anything else?
No, that's about it.
Yeah. So originally I gave it a 7.5, but I'll bump it up to an 8 because of Solar Rouge Flash Fire that I didn't realize. Also like Palma Wish, I guess. DT?
I gave it an A minus.
Really? You like it a lot? Like,
Yeah, I loved the first three picks, and
yeah,
then
the first
Rotomel I
three
feel
were
like goes pretty well.
the first three was like the best three in the draft. Like that's insane.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know how they made it back to me. I don't know that it should have.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's just Numon. Like, unknown.
I guess, yeah. I guess I have the
Like,
advantage from the stupid amount of hours I put into VGC in the game this year.
yeah, like I don't think anyone knows what Sarah Ledge does really.
Yeah. No,
But it's really good.
It's actually kind of insane with its like signature move.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then weak armor is good too on it.
All right.
Shall we move on to Stephen Food or
Yeah.
is there anything else?
Go ahead and start.
Okay. So Stephen Foods. I was not very high on their team. Let's see if I can find. So they have a quad weakness to flying, and they have a bunch of just like weaknesses to like electric, fairy, fighting, ground, psychic. And it looks like their team has a heavy reliance on Choice Scarf to outspeed. It's lacking a steel and a dragon type, and it feels like the type spread is poor, and it just overlaps a lot. And I'm not sure how I would construct a team each week, because I think about half of the Pokemon there are a troll, and I would not bring them.
Yeah. No steel, no dragon is rough.
No psychic either, if that matters.
No, that doesn't matter.
I like a lot of like individual mons on his team. I just don't think they have great synergy together.
Yeah,
I really like Belly Bolt, but I don't think it really fits his team.
I don't know what it does on that team.
Yeah.
Actually, outside of like Palafin, Breloom, the rest I'm just like, how do you pair this with it? I wouldn't want to have like Alomomola and Palafin being your main tank and your main damage threat, and they both share a typing.
That's exactly what I was about to say. Like having two pure water types with your first three picks, I thought was a little not great.
Yeah. He's also topping out at 100 speed. Okay, Zoroark, never mind, but still. Speed
I think he's also pretty fairy weak. Like Tauros Fire, Muck, I guess.
Yeah, he has 3 fairy weaknesses and 1 resist.
Yeah, and it's a muck.
Yeah. Although I will say they did snag one of the only good fairy types.
Yep. Yeah, but yeah, like I was saying, he's topping out at 105 speed with Zoroark, and he gets 100, and I think there's a pretty big drop.
So it's Max Zoroark at 105. There are only 5 Pokemon over 90, nothing in the 80s, and then you have Breloom and Florges in the 70s, and then Alomomola at 65, and everything else is below.
Yeah,
so
pretty poor
you're
speed.
not too good.
I think he's got, besides Breloom, no priority? Question mark?
Zoroark, I think it's Sucker.
Yeah,
Zoroark
right.
should get Sucker.
Okay.
And then Sableye has Sableye has Prankster, right?
It does, but
Wait.
I'll be perfectly honest. I don't know that you should ever really bring Sableye. I don't know what it does. Because didn't it lose Toxic and everything?
It has Willow still, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
No, Sableye's like okay, although it feels weird when you also have an Oricorio and you already have a Dark and a Ghost.
Yeah.
But it's like not that bad of a one.
I mean, its utility gets like knockoff.
Yeah.
Will-O-Wisp.
Yeah, it gets Shadow Sneak. There's priority.
Yeah.
Get screens too.
Yeah, no. Sableye's like okay for what is that?
The
9th
last
round
3
pick?
picks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ursaring, I also think can be a decent power mod.
It can be, but I wonder if you have to go Quick Feet, because I don't know that you're ever doing anything with Guts, unfortunately.
Oh yeah, I forgot it got Quick Feet. It's actually like
Yeah.
It's Guts, Quick Feet, and Unnerve.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I think isn't like everything pretty much physically offensive besides like
on their team. So you have Florges and Zoroark. Bellybolt has a 103. Oricorio has a 98, and then like everything else is 75 and below, and that 75 is Ursaring.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely tilting the physical offense. Yeah, I don't know.
They also have no hazards. It's Muck with Toxic Spikes, The removal is
that's bad.
defog, which I guess if you don't have hazards, defog is good.
Wait, where's the defog?
Or choreo.
Oh, that doesn't count.
Yeah.
Yeah, that is
Like,
pretty poor.
If Floor just still got defog, it'd be better, but
Absolutely.
Yeah. I don't know. Like, the offense is okay, although it's a little slow. The defense feels pretty passive and just not that great in general. So, and then you got the hazard problem, you got no steel, no dragon. Yeah. I think we're ready to move on. I don't know. I'll give this a 3.
This was my 16th best draft.
Oh, no.
I was giving it like a C-, just because of Palafin and Brayden. I really like those two, but
those are the good points. And Florges is good.
yeah, Florges is good.
The rest I could kind of just not. I'd be fine not drafting.
Yeah, the thing is, like, you don't really have any mods to complement Florges. Like, I mean, you have Muck to take poison moves.
I wish there was a steel type on this team, like really badly.
Yeah.
Well, it's not like Florges is doing anything anyway besides sponging special hits. Like,
I mean,
doesn't get
it still
defog
hits
anymore.
okay.
Not really. I mean, I guess.
112 on a Moonblast?
Yeah, it's not terrible.
Okay.
Although it does have a pretty insane special defense stat, so good on you.
I guess you're setting up wishes. I take that back.
Yeah.
All right. We should move on. Kaui Mango. So
Interesting draft.
yeah, this is another one of the draft. So like, Greg drafted 3 things, and then the draft kind of like dropped down a little bit.
And then
This
they came back.
Actually, no. I was gonna make this point about another draft. This draft is just very weird.
It's I don't know how I feel about it. I personally I can't rate it too low just simply because I know who's piloting it. And so I have some faith that they'll make it work. But
I think like the bottom 3 mons are just like unusable.
Yeah, so I actually really like Glimmet for this team, and I think Sneeze was still good too, even though it doesn't have good knockoff. Like, for a second to last round pick, I think it's good. I don't think Oricorio, Passamian, and Gotharita are doing hardly anything. Like, they feel
Simeon
pretty
is
useless.
usable.
It's like they're like usable mons, but I just feel like they're very poor still.
I mean, for where it was in the draft, I think Passimian was a good pick.
I mean, you could have had
like
Primeape, dude. Like,
I think Passimian's better.
Yeah.
What Primeape gets Rage Fist?
I still think Passimian's better.
Or like Hariyama.
Yeah.
I'd prefer Hariyama. I don't know. Whatever.
It gets U-turn and
yeah.
It's got Defiant, so you swap it in when there's Intimidate, or you lead it against someone with Intimidate. I think it's like actually a quality Pokemon.
I really like Passimian, yeah.
Okay. I guess I could be wrong. I've never used it.
But like Umbreon, I don't like.
I love Umbreon. It kills me to say that it was drafted too high because it doesn't get toxic anymore, does it?
No.
yeah.
Also, it feels very weird with Blissey. Like,
yeah.
It's just like, what's the point?
Well, so Umbreon is the defensive one, and then Blissey especially defensive.
Yeah, but it's not like Umbreon is like, I don't know. I guess. Yeah, because you get foul play.
Yeah, well, I will give you though that
Blissey but they're both
is
fighting
weak to fighting.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
I just don't think the synergy is there. It just feels very off, and they're just like, unless you're drafting like a full stall team, which is clearly isn't. You don't want like 2 really passive walls. 1 passive wall is okay. You know.
Mm-hmm.
This one has what, 3? hit 2.5 Gastrodon.
Nah,
Pop out his
well,
half.
actually, Gastro without Toxic is kind of bad, huh? Although,
think you're
you're
running-
setting, you're like stacking hazards, so it's not really
Yeah.
passive.
Yeah. Do they have removal at all?
It's Oricorio.
Yeah, so removal. So anyway,
Yeah.
I think the most interesting thing about this draft is the hazards, right? Like the hazard options to set hazards are like really, really good, right? You got Glamet, you got
It's Glimmet, Blissey, and Gastrodon are the 3.
Blissey, yeah, and like I really like Gastrodon as a hazard setter. But then yeah, removal is only, what did you say? Like,
Oricorio.
It's Oricorio with
is that
Defog.
it? Oh, that's terrible.
That is it. And then Glimmet is
And then-
Grounded Poison, so you can get rid of Toxic Spikes.
Actually, well, Glamet I think it gets rapid spin, but I don't think you're able to rapid
I don't-
spinning.
No,
Or it gets
doesn't
the-
get.
It gets
It
the
doesn't
like
get it.
Evo.
it gets the move that sets T spikes and rapid spins. It's insane.
No, it doesn't.
No, yeah, only the Evo gets it.
Yeah.
Wait, are you sure?
Yeah.
Yeah. It gets the ability. It gets toxic debris, but it doesn't get the rapid spin ability.
Oh shit.
Or
Okay.
the move.
Yeah, no, that's really bad. Like, and also like having a Goldango, you really want to have rapid spin. Like that's so important. You would
Yeah.
feel like that would be a priority. Like I've drafted Goldango, now let me go out and get like the best rapid spinner, like Iron Treads or like.
Yeah, I
something
love
like that.
Goldango, but
Is Goldango immune to defog?
Yeah. So
it stops it.
it keeps hazards off the field. Like it keeps, or sorry, it keeps your team from removing hazards, right? So you don't want to be using defog, because then you're removing. You want a hazard stack with Goldango, and then like rapid spin away your hazards, and just to win the hazard game. And that is not what this team is doing.
Yeah. Like Volcarona's gonna have to run heavy duty boots every week, I think.
Week, yep.
Which it usually does, but like
Yeah, and then like low kicks, you have to. I don't know. It's bad.
yeah.
Low kicks. I would have loved to see it on like any other team that didn't just draft Volcarona just before it.
Right, I know. Low kicks is the weirdest fit on this team. Like, yeah, okay, like your turn's really cool. Like, it's a good like just offensive pivot, but
Well, the worst part is it was Hydreigon, and then it was the repick before the next pick went off.
oh, I know. Hydreigon would have been so much better for this team.
And
oh my god.
it would have been so. The issue with Hydreigon is it then would have been 3 special attackers in their first, and then they would draft like nothing physical to Haxorus. But I think if they have that, then they draft. Well, then they don't draft Haxorus, and they draft something else early. Hopefully.
Yeah, I agree.
So, like, I think that repick just changed the entire course of the draft, and it could have been a lot better.
Yeah.
Either way. So.
Yeah, I just noticed too that pretty much. Well, I guess they have. Actually, never mind. I was gonna say their offense is biased towards special, but they do have Haxorus, Passimian, and Sneasel, so I think they're okay.
And low kicks.
Oh, and low kicks. Yeah, never mind.
Low kicks is like surprisingly strong.
Well, it's tinted lens, so it's insane.
It's because its ability,
Yeah.
Like even that, like it only has 1 or 2 attack, and its speed is mediocre.
I don't get what Oricorio is for. Like, why would you?
I think it's social.
Well, so I have it pulled up here. So
like, yeah, it gets quiver or not quiver. It gets like the move.
It gets some of the dance. Well, it has dancer. And so I've actually been in mocks where people have used like dragon dance or quiver dance, and if you predict it and you send out your Oricorio, you wipe whatever's on the field in front of it. So like it's interesting. It's very niche, and I wouldn't bring it too often for that. But the list of Pokemon that you can bring for defog or rapid spin is insanely small. And so at that point, you were just trying to have the option. Although I would have gone with Lurantis because I believe that was up at the time. But Lurantis lost close combat, so you were running contrary with Leaf Power or Leaf Storm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. I just would have. I feels like there's so many other better like electric types you can use for pivoting, because like Oricorio doesn't get like Volt Switch.
It doesn't
which
get
is
Volt
really
Switch.
bad. Yeah.
It gets U-turn.
Okay, that's a little better.
There are 3 mementos and 4 U-turns on this team.
Interesting.
But one of the mementos is Glimmet, and I don't think you're living to ever click memento. And the other 2 are Gastrodon and Lingo, and I don't think you're ever clicking memento on those 2 either. So
Yeah, my problem with Glimmet is like I think like it's just gonna die. Like you're gonna get a 1 toxic spike, and
Well,
if they
you
have
run
like poison
Sash.
Pokemon.
You run Sash, you click your one, like you click Extothrox, and you get hit, and you set up like your T-Spike, and you die. So
Okay,
like
yeah, I
you're
guess. But then like they go into poison, and all you get is rock. So I mean,
right, right. Or they just like are smart and they don't activate
then
the
they hit you
ability.
with a special move, or they set up on you.
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, no,
yeah,
I
like
think
sub
it's
setup on Glimmet, you're gonna be in trouble.
yeah, like Glamour is so much better because it actually like has good stats and it can like hit hard and shit and survive.
Yeah, I think Lamore is like actually OP.
Oh yeah, I think it's so good. Anyway, yeah, I actually so like I don't this draft like isn't that bad though. Like besides the hazard removal, honestly, that's really the only big issue. Um, oh, the other thing I was gonna mention is like there's the pivots aren't the best. Oh, I guess you have a U-turn, a few things. Never mind.
Okay, that's all right. Yeah,
But yeah, like just like the hazard removal is the only bad thing. Um,
because Simi and low kicks are a little similar, but
Yeah,
yeah, no,
low
low
kicks
kicks just feels
overlaps in
so
its
out of
role.
place. Like you've got double bug, double dark. It's like the same as Passimian, but just better. I don't know. It's very weird.
yeah,
Okay, I give it an 8 out of 10. I still think it's good. Like it's in my top 5, I think. Top 6.
I have it as my 6th draft.
Yeah.
I gave it a B minus. I think I was a little lower than you guys.
Yeah, a little bit. But I understand why. The only reason that I have it is this. If Toxic was still on all those Pokemon, I think it would be a better draft. If
Yeah,
pretty much anyone else was playing this draft, it would be lower. I think.
true.
Well, you
I
can't.
really like Goldango.
Yeah, no, Goldengo's like great. Like not even like ignoring the stats, just like Steel Ghost is so good, and then the ability.
It's number 1,000. That's what you get.
Alrighty. So we got Crown here, so maybe we should jump to Crown.
Crown. Okay.
Yeah.
So Crown, this draft, I was very pleasantly surprised with. I really did like it. He's got just a lot of like hard walls and bulky pivots. Like it's a very defensively sound team. Like he's got the Dondozo, which tanks any physical hit ever. He's got like just good like Hatterene is especially defensive, and then he's got like other defensive-ish things like Sandy Shocks, Toad School. I don't know how to say
So
it.
my biggest issue is he stole Grafai, that thing. He stole that from me, and I would like it.
Yeah, yeah, that thing doesn't seem too bad.
It's while we were drafting, Ausxh and I were coming up with some stats for it, and that thing has potential to be a menace.
It's good. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah, yeah, that thing it gets parting shot, knockoff. Yeah, no, it's good.
Like unironically, it's like, how did that thing drop that far?
Mm-hmm.
I think it's because not many people knew what it did.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it does. It is kind of important for his draft because it's one of his only. I think it's his only thing above 101 speed. That's one of my.
There's Halucha. Is
Oh
that one
yeah,
of your teams?
sorry, you're right. Halucha. Yeah, so Halucha, Grafili,
Fine. It's
and then
AI.
Yeah.
Grafai, and then
Uh,
you got a big cluster at Sandy Shocks, Chiyu, and Toad Scroll. It's not that
and then
bad though. So
and then you
no,
have
the speed,
Rotom
huh?
at 90s. You have Rotom, Leafeon, and
Yeah.
Bruxish in the 90s as well.
Yeah, the speed's not that bad. It's just like his top end options could be better. Like Hawlucha isn't like that threatening without the terrain or whatever the seed is.
Right. Although I could see this being a resist berry, and you sword stance once, and then resist berry pops, and then you're a very threatening sweeper.
Yeah, I still think there's a lot of ways you can use a Brayden.
Yeah.
Well, yeah,
'Cause
it's mainly like
fast breaking as well.
acrobatics. You need to be able to run acrobatics, you know.
Yeah, that's why I think you sword stance, you take one hit, a berry or sash breaks, and then you are unburdened at +2, and you just start sweeping things.
Yeah. No, it's still like a real good mon. Like Chi is obviously insane. Thing is such a threat, especially because it seems like a lot of teams have fire weaknesses.
Yeah,
I've
Chi is
noticed.
nuts.
Yeah.
No
That
steel
thing is
type.
so busted.
Yeah, no steel type is very unfortunate.
No dragon either.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dragon's not as big of a.
Um,
I
I mean, I
think
think
Bruxus
dragons are the
was a
best.
really
Go ahead.
I think Bruxus was a really good last pick.
Mm-hmm.
With dazzling.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Like it's surprisingly strong.
Yeah. Um. Yeah, I don't know. It's like just a very solid draft. It's hard to nitpick things. Like he's got some threatening offensive mons, like Chi obviously, and then some other threats. And then like his defense is just insane. Like I
I
think it
think
maybe
Dozo is
is
going to
one of
be
the
so good.
best. Mabo Stiff is really interesting to me too.
uh,
Because it
the
has
one
stakeout.
yeah, the only concern I really have is just what outside of the unburdened mons are outspeeding things without a scarf.
He has
Mm-hmm.
sticky
You're
web.
true, yeah, sticky with masquerade. There you
Yep.
go.
Masquerade is so good too. Like U-turn, intimidate, sticky web. Ugh, just like
Removal like though.
Defog and rapid spin. Holucha and Toad Scroll.
yeah, his removal is good. No,
Yeah,
I
he
was
has too much
really like
flood.
pleasantly surprised. Really, my only complaint is like no steel and like speed could be a little better, I guess. Even
Yeah.
then, like it's not that bad.
Yeah,
So,
on my like just like one sentence thing, I was just like, from where I put them, like it feels like I put them a little lower than where they should be. Like there's an argument for them to be one of the top drafts, like top third.
I think it is the top three. I think it's.
Really?
Oh
It
yeah.
was really good. Yeah.
What's wrong with this?
Okay.
I mean, like, what's wrong? Like, no steel.
No,
That's it.
yeah. It's not that I think it's bad. I think it's good. I have a couple other drafts ahead of it. Is it?
Okay. I gave it an 8.75, which is my third best draft, or actually second best. Second best draft.
I gave it an A.
Actually, I'm just gonna go to 9. It's a 9.
Yeah, I was struggling between putting it between somewhere in 6 and 9, just because I thought that there were some things that you could maybe try and exploit. But I
Like what?
do think it's very good.
Like
I was
let's see.
just kind of like put away, but I didn't like Mabostiff or like Rotom or Leafeon, and I thought Masquerain was going to be good for Sticky Web, but I was a little concerned with just how it would be run. I am a decently low on Toedscruel as a Pokemon.
I think it's good.
Yeah,
Like
I like
it's
it's
got
good.
T-spikes. That's really nice.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think it's good. Okay. Well, and I like really like Leafeon. I've always had a big crush on Leafeon.
Weird.
It gets like so much utility, and it's like such a huge wall. It's great.
I think he is like really fairy weak though.
Mm-hmm.
Very weak. Yeah, I actually did
So
see that. I didn't write it
He
down.
is good Fire Eye, but
Yeah, like that's where
it's
like the steel
also
type
Ice Weak.
comes in. It'd be
he
so
has
nice to.
Dondozo for ice though, which like walls everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, the thing is, he just has like huge walls that can wall like anything, you know.
I guess. Just from the stuff that was on my sheet, I was like, these could be issues.
What does Dondozo
And
like do besides a wall? Like I guess it's got a good attack stat.
you can set up, I believe.
Yeah.
and you have Unaware, Oblivious, and Wanderveil.
Curse.
Unaware is really good on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, you usually run like Curse, like Body Slam, Wave Crash, or Body Press.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is, it doesn't get recovery. It's like...
It gets Rest. Rest is actually pretty good because it's so hard to kill.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I guess.
Yeah, I definitely think I ranked it lower than where it should be. But there were, when I made it, I was like, these could be bad.
All right. We should move on. So I
Back
guess we go
to
back.
DoctaShock.
DoctaShock. All right. What do we got? DT, do you want to start?
Sure, I thought this was a really good draft. Really love Qianpao, really love Glamora. Thought the water Quilava was a little interesting pick, but I think he'll use it well.
It's got
I
some
think it's
weird
just really
moves.
well rounded. Yeah.
Get some Moxie,
Aqua
which will
Step.
be very
Yeah,
nice.
it gets
Moxie,
Moxie.
Aqua Step. Yeah.
Yeah. It's actually good. It gets like ice coverage too. It gets reliable recovery. Yeah, it seems like a lot better than on paper. Also U-turn. Like it's just good. It's got a lot of options.
Docta has the best hazard removal out of everyone.
Or Glamora and Laurentis.
Glamora, Laurentis, Oricorio, Quaquaval. All of them have.
I don't know. The thing is, like Glamora, you really like Glamora's like just like a suicide lead most of the time, you know. So it's like you're not really surviving to rapid spin. Sometimes you can. Quaquaval, I don't think you're running rapid spin on it ever. Like Oricorio is terrible, and then Laurentis, okay, I guess, but.
I mean, imagine what Quaquaval does if you can get the rapid spin also for the speed boost.
Well, yeah, but why would you not click Aqua Step?
What does that do again?
It boosts speed.
Actually boost speed? I didn't actually know that was in the game. I knew it was. I realized it was speed boost.
So
it's the water version of like a Torch Song where it just boosts speed 100%.
Yeah.
Gross.
So like I think like the hazard removal was fine. I just don't think it's like the best in a draft. I think it's like average.
It was the best up to that point, which I'd done 4. So
yeah,
it was better than Mine Foods Kaui Mango.
I think he did a really good job like in the middle of the draft too.
Yep. Yeah, so the thing about this draft is like there's so many just like good either like straight offensive Pokemon or bulky offensive Pokemon. Which is like just like all the Mons are really good, right? But it's kind of almost a negative in that like I feel like a lot of his Pokemon just do the same thing. Like he doesn't really have any like support Mons beyond Glamora. Like it's all just like bulky, like offensively minded Pokemon for the most part, you know?
I think Arcanine you could classify as a support Pokemon based on the movesets. You get Intimidate, Flash Fire.
Like Goodra's like a really like you got like Arcanine Goodra like form a pretty good wall core, like decent wall core. And like there's you have other options, but the defense I don't know, like this is how Doctor always drafts. Like he doesn't draft a defensive core, he just drafts like defensive-ish offensive Pokemon. So like it's definitely gonna work for him. It's just not how I like to draft.
Yeah, I'm very high on this draft. I think like this is gonna play to the strength of the generation. So I think this will end up being pretty good.
Yeah, I would say I don't really know what Clawitzer is doing at all. Like when do you what is Clawitzer? What's a scenario where you like bring Clawitzer over just like Quaquaval and something else?
I don't know, but I believe it was because Doctor drafts with his brother. So it is I know this Pokemon, it is cool, let's draft it.
Yeah, and then the same with Toxicroak. Like I just don't know what it does. Like he already has a fighting and a poison type.
I think it was for resistance to fighting, possibly, or something like that. I don't exactly know.
It's decent with like SD, Sucker Punch, and
yeah.
Like I would have dropped 1 for the defensive mon. Like you could still get Eevee like Dunsparce, which seems really good actually. So I'd like at least get one defensive mon like that for one of those. I was also gonna say I don't, and I didn't really look at this for a lot of other teams, but I know Docta loves to run Scarfers, and I don't really see a lot of good Scarfers on this team, to be honest. Like maybe Magnezone?
Gardevoir?
Gardevoir. Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you're right. But Gardevoir like, doesn't hit hard. I don't know, I just don't like Gardevoir, I guess.
I mean, if you're running Scarf, you can run it special
Tracks.
attack boosting nature.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, okay, I'm probably wrong. I think he's like fine. Like you
And
can
like
run.
its base special attack is not terrible. It's 125.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's one of the better fairies in this generation.
Yeah, Fairy Psychic is pretty good offensive typing.
Mm-hmm.
What else? I said his pivots aren't the best. Like he's got Magnezone, Quaquaval.
Yeah, it's
Gudra.
It? Gudra?
Oh,
What does
you mean
Gudra have?
like in terms of like momentum moves, like so
Yeah,
you have
like
Memento
momentum moves.
on
Oh,
three
yeah.
Pokemon, you have
Memento doesn't-
Teleport on Gardevoir, and like U-turn and Volt Switch.
Yeah, well, like you're not using teleport in Gardevoir.
No,
And I don't
one
think you're
of
using
two
Memento.
Pokemon with it.
So it's like just Magnezone and Quaquaval, to be honest, which are like good pivots, but it could be
Yeah.
better on this type of team where it's like offensive minded. I would really want to see more pivots, you know.
Yeah.
But you know, it is a very solid draft. Like we're kind of nitpicking a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to cover every single basic.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although the issue is having two quad effect. Geez, I can't speak. 2 4 times weak to ground, which is Magnezone and Glimmora.
I mean, yeah, but like
That's true.
Glimmora, like I don't know
You
if that
want it to
really
die anyway.
matters.
Yeah, you want it to
Yeah,
die.
like
And like his resist, like he's got Mismagius, which is good, I guess. But then like Lurantis, you're hardly ever. I don't know. Like he ground is pretty spammable against his team.
Because there's
Cheer
only
Tassel
one
Sando.
resist otherwise.
Yeah.
Because Oricorio doesn't really count.
Yeah. Okay. We should move on. We gotta start going faster. I gave it 8.5 out of 10.
It was my 4th best.
Give it a name.
Alrighty.
Santander.
I did not have time to look at his team.
DT, did you look at it?
Yeah, I don't think it's really that good.
Yeah, like I'm just thinking now, like where's his offense?
It is Iron
Talks-
Hands and Mimikyu under with like setting up, and I think that's it.
Like I think Toxapex is like not great.
It's not.
Well, it's still good. Like it's definitely a 3rd round worthy pick, maybe even a late 2nd.
I don't know.
I don't.
I mean, they gutted him, bro. Like,
yeah.
Like what is he not? What happened? I mean, like he
Scald,
doesn't
I
have
believe
Scald.
recover PPs was cut in half.
Okay, but that's not that big.
Yeah.
Like if as long as you're not running stall, you're fine on recover PP. No, I think it's fine. Like toxic, he's still got toxic. He's got chilling water instead of Scald. I don't know.
I guess. Yeah, I mean, like I think it's an okay mon.
I mean, it's not gutted. Like it's just a
I
little
don't
worse.
like Toxapex and Clyde on the same team.
Yeah.
Yeah, that
And
is
like
weird for sure.
Cyclizar could have been. I see where it was going. You want Cyclizar, and then you Shed Tail into an Iron Hands that clicks Belly Drum and then Drain Punch, or Belly Drum and then some attacking move to just start doing this.
I mean, I think like Shed Tail into Mimikyu might be decent.
Yeah,
because you have to hit it twice. Yeah. And you can like set up a Swords Dance behind the sub, and they still have to hit you again before they can.
Kill you. Or like Bisharp is good too, because if Eviolite, you're a lot bulkier, and so you can.
Yeah.
I do like Bisharp.
I was gonna draft Bisharp like 6th or 7th round. I was really excited about it. Got sniped.
One thing, it gets no knockoff, right?
We double check that.
I'm pretty sure they got rid of knockoff.
Yeah, I think you're
A
right.
lot of things lost, and I'm pretty
But
sure
it's
that
still, it
yeah.
gets like Sucker Punch and Night Slash. Like, it's
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah,
Like, this
I think-
has the stats of like a fully evolved Pokemon because it was up until this generation.
Yeah, that's crazy. That like fucking Bisharp has an evolution. Like Bisharp is like a victory road mon.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Also, like, where's this man's speed besides Cyclizar?
Yep. I agree, 100%.
And like Cyclizar, like it is amazing Pokemon. Like Shed Tail, Rapid Spin, like U-Turn, Knockoff. Like it has so much good support, insane support mon. But it's not like it's offensive. Like you can like maybe pick off some kills and stuff, but it's not
Well,
like a threat.
I think there's an even bigger problem in my opinion. It's really heavy, like physically offensive. It's Ampharos is the only thing on its team that is above 100 special attack.
That is a big problem.
And then the other two Pokemon that are like in the 90s or like in the 80s or something are better physically than they are specially. Cyclizar is at 85, and that's better offensively as a physical attacker. And Flapple has a 95 special attack, but it has a 110 physical attack. So do you really want to sacrifice that?
Yeah. Yeah, that is a big problem. You're right.
Is Ice Cube good? Like,
It's the same deal. It's like a budget disguise. It also gets Belly Drum. So
yeah, I've like never actually seen it successfully be used ever.
What you need is Cyclizar to be in against a physical attacker.
Mm-hmm.
Then Cyclizar has to be slower, Shed Tail out into Ice Cube. Then the physical attacker either has to swap or break sub, then break its Ice Skull thing physically. And then you can do things. So it is like, so situational.
Yeah, like he does have decent setup options for Cyclizar, but like a lot of times Cyclizar only gets like one Shed Tail per game, you know?
I think it'll get 2 with Regenerator.
Well, it just depends, but I don't know. It's just like it seems like he's basing his whole draft around like Shed Tailing into things every time. And
I was just gonna say that, yeah. Because I think it's like the plan is Tail Glow Ampharos after after that, or maybe you run Agility as well or something. I don't know. Does Ampharos get Agility? I don't know.
I think it does.
I believe it did. Yeah, it does. So like I.
Also, where's the removal?
Oh,
sorry, not removal. Not the removal. Hazards. I guess he got Quagsire.
It's Quag, Bisharp, and Pex.
Oh, Bisharp. Okay, no, his removals or his hazards are fine. Never mind.
Yeah, so Quag gets all 3, Bisharp gets Rocks, and Pex gets Toxic.
Wait, who did you say got Tail Glow on his team?
Does Ampharos still get Tail Glow?
I don't think it does.
Oh, it doesn't. It used to. Man, that sucks. Yeah. That's rough. And I don't think it gets Nasty Plot. So you're like, are you clicking Charge to try and do massive damage once?
Yeah. I don't know.
I don't think this hits hard enough on the special side. I think you basically, anything with any bulk, you put physically and you say, I'd like to see you beat me with special moves.
Yeah, man, the speed. I just can't. Like, I think it's actually not that bad of a draft outside of the speed. I cannot get over the speed. Like, I don't even see that many good, like, Scarfers, you know?
I don't think there are any.
Like, you can't just Scarf Iron Hands. Like, it's not fast enough.
Oh, it's Flamigo, actually, is what it is. Flamigo's the Scarfer, and you run Scrappy and Close Combat, everything. And
Flamigo's pretty good, yeah.
Yeah.
I like Flamigo.
Yeah, I'd forgotten about Flamigo for a second there.
I mean, okay. I don't know. Doesn't seem that good.
What rating did you give it?
I'll say 4 out of 10.
I gave it a C-.
I have it as the 11th best draft.
Yeah, man, I don't know. I'm thinking about 5 out of 10. Like,
I liked the idea, and I think it is redeemable. I think you just have to make a couple changes, maybe try and trade away like the Quagsire or the Pex for something of value.
Yeah. Also, like the physically, like everything hits physical. That's a big problem
Yes.
too.
Yeah, I would personally try and trade Toxapex for something on the special side.
Well, no, I think Pex is like you can't just drop like Pex. Like that's the thing. Like you're kind of stuck with like your first like 6, 7 picks in this format, which is really dumb, but it's what it is.
I mean, are you like if
you can't just
someone's
drop
willing
Pex.
to? No,
Oh,
like
okay, you can
trade.
trade.
I'm not
Sorry,
saying yeah. That's why I said trade.
Okay.
Yeah, you don't drop Pex, but like you see if you can trade for something on the special side for someone that is lacking in bowl.
Yeah. Yeah. I could see that.
I think Gardevoir would have actually been really good on this team, and they got picked one pick after. Oh wait, one pick.
Actually, yeah, that could be pretty good.
Alrighty. We already did Pandii, right?
We did Pandii, we did Crown. I think we're on to Static.
Static, yes.
Yep.
Oh man, Static's draft. I don't know. This draft disappointed me. Because
I
like
agree.
Excalibur, yeah, insane. Pair it with Grimmsnarl, insane. And then it's just like, it fell so hard.
Bronzong is a worse Grimmsnarl.
Bronzong's fine. I mean, it's very passive, but like it is like one of the few good steals. Like having heat, like levitate and
heat proof.
Proof is really good. Like it's so underrated. So like I'm fine with Bronzong, but then you get like Powdon. I don't know. It's just.
I think Static drafted Hippo last season or something too.
It just the synergy isn't there. I think like there's no water type at all. There's no grass type. Look at this man's team against a water attacker. Like where's the switching?
So
it's
yeah,
literally Love Disc.
Yeah.
Like this. Okay, so you need to, if Static is listening anytime, draft or drop Love Disc immediately and get like Marini at least. Like Marini's not good, but still, at least get something to switch into waters.
Also, what does Houndoom do here?
Yeah, I was gonna say like what is Houndoom doing? He's already got a dark. He's already got a fire.
My hot take is I don't think Houndoom was actually draftable this season. I don't think it's good.
I think it's all right.
It's like worse than Pyroar. So.
Yeah.
The one thing it has on Pyroar is Flash Fire.
Yeah.
And like if you know it's running, if you know something's gonna run Occaberry, you can run Unnerve. That's about it. But it's. And then this thing doesn't hit nothing on this team hits specially. It's Houndoom at 110, and then Rotom Heat at 105, and then Grimmsnarl.
Yep.
Yeah.
He also no grounded poison, no access to T-spikes, no access to spikes.
No, there actually are. It's Spidops with spikes and T-spikes. And
I didn't know it gets T-spikes. Okay.
Yep.
Yeah. Spidops, I think, is kind of troll though.
It gets that ability with.
Like it has good moves, but its stats are just so bad.
It has one use, and that's like its first impression. You click first impression, you kill something, and on your next turn you click sticky webs, and you die.
Is it really killing something with first impression
though? Revenge killing. That's like a.
I think it's like a suicide lead.
Yeah.
Plus your turn, like pivot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know.
Like it gets good utility moves, but I think it's just gonna die before it can like set up all the spikes and stuff.
That's why, like, I think you're either bringing it out first, or if you're having, let's say, like Primate Bound or Hippo or something that's setting up rocks first, you're bringing it in on something that you can first impression, and then bring something else in, and then click. That's it.
Oh, here's a take. Why instead of drafting Houndoom, he should have drafted Houndstone. Would have been so much better because of Sand Rush.
Yeah, I was surprised no one drafted Houndstone to like.
I know.
Like I know Last Respects is banned, but it's not like awful without Last Respects.
Yeah.
I like Ditto on the team. I'll be perfectly honest, because it means you have any Pokemon that was not on this team.
I do like Ditto, yeah.
Because I don't
So
know.
yeah, okay. Also, he only has Drifloon for removal. That's pretty dog.
Because healing is Love Disc. I'm telling you, that Pokemon has a use.
Yeah, no.
Dying.
Yeah. If you're in playoffs already and you want a more favorable matchup, you bring Love Disc.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Man, it's so
That's
unfortunate
easy.
too, because like Baxcalibur plus Grimmsnarl was such a good start, and it's just like there's no synergy here.
We were robbed of a Love Disc evolution this generation. I'm telling you, you make it Water Fairy, and you let it have any stats.
Or you just make it, you just let it evolve an Alamomola, and then at least you have Eviolite.
That can't save it.
It would help. Anyway,
Yeah, I don't know
okay,
if
we
Eevee
should
likes the
move
missing
on.
piece.
I had this as let me make sure 15th.
Yeah, I gave it 4 out of 10. I mean, Baxcalibur plus Grimmsnarl is still good, but that's about all I like about this draft. Primeape
Yeah, I
too.
gave it D+.
Primeape I think is so good.
Are we on to Mork now?
We are on to Mork.
Yeah.
Alright.
Do you mind if I start this off real quick?
Yeah, go.
I have one thing to say. Please, please, please draft. Get something with a fighting resistance. Mork, I beg of you. You have 7 Pokemon. You have 7 Pokemon that are weak to fighting. You have 2 immunities, but it's Poltegeist and Houndstone.
He has
and you have 1 resistance.
too. Yeah.
1 resistance.
Wait, what?
That please you and then my other thing is it had such good potential. I was like, man, this draft is going to be really scary. Mork is drafting really well, and then it fell apart really quickly. I was like, Iron Moth, Earthworm, it covers the weakness so well.
I know, dude. Earthworm looks so good. Like having a fucking resist to ground is insane.
An immunity to ground.
Oh, an immunity.
It heals. Like it heals you.
Yeah, it fucking heals you. Like, and it gets the best move in the game. Like that thing is insane.
I don't know. I kind of disagree. Like its stats are just so bad, and it doesn't get regen.
Right, but you get that, and you get body press. I believe.
Okay, maybe DT's right. I don't know. It's I'm sure
not
it's
like
okay.
an awful mon.
Yeah.
I just think it's like really overrated. Like it definitely has its use.
I thought it just paired really, really well with Iron Moth in particular.
Yeah.
It does. Yes, it does.
And I think if Iron Moth is your first pick, Earthworm should have 100% been your second pick. And then after that, I was just like, what is going on?
Yeah. Also, this guy like hogged all the spinners.
It's Frostmoth for Defog, Avalugg, and Colossal for Rep.
And Cloyster.
Cloyster doesn't get spin this gen, I don't think.
Oh, that's weird.
I think Cloyster's kind of bad.
Yeah, it's a shell smash.
With Shedtail. I think it's good.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Yeah, then you shell smash twice actually.
Yeah.
That's scary.
No, I think Cloyster's good.
My issues with the draft came from Colossal down.
Yeah.
I think Brute Bonnet is bad. It wants to be an offensive Amoonguss, but it's too slow. And if anything clicks, Bug Buzz or like First Impression, it will do way too much damage, or close combat.
Yeah, I mean it's decent in the sun, but he doesn't have sun.
No.
Because like you can growth and stuff, but
I looked at this and I was like, does this want to be like a bad Trick Room team with like Oranguru or something? But because like Colossal, Brute Bonnet, Avalugg.
Yeah, wait, where's the speed? Like
Uh,
Iron Moth, sure.
Iron Moth
Shell
is
Smash.
110, Slacking is 100, and then your
Well,
Shell Smash.
that doesn't count. Yeah, no.
Yeah.
No speed besides Iron Moth.
Cloth has like the Cell Smash ability too.
Does it actually get Shell Smash?
No,
Oh, it
it doesn't get the move, but its ability if it gets like hit.
Oh, Anger Shell.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wait, what, Mom?
Cloth.
Cloth.
Oh, Claw. Yeah.
Its abilities are really good, like Anger
Well,
Shell
yeah.
and Regen.
Surely you're running regen every week, though, right?
I think so. I think you're running regen quite a bit.
I think Anger Shell can have some uses though.
Did this thing not
If
say that it gets -1 speed? Or is it... No. It's -1 something else.
I mean, it's
It
good for
doesn't-
like just a physical wall, I think, with like
Yeah.
Stealth Rock, utility, knockoff, you know.
Poltergeist also,
Like he's got a lot of threatening sweepers actually. Like his offense is threatening, I would say, but I don't know. It's just weird, weird. Like 7 fighting week.
Avalugg gets spin too, right?
Yeah, Avalugg can spin.
Yeah.
Avalugg and Colossal are spinners, and Frostwolf is a defogger.
Yeah.
I am extremely low on this draft, even still.
I'm trying to. Yeah, the speed, 7 fighting week. He's got no fairy type.
No dragon, no electric, no fairy, no fighting, no flying, no ground,
Oh.
and 3 ice types.
My God.
I just thought,
Yeah, the ice
And
was
triple
a
ice.
bit concern. Yeah.
Alrighty.
Also, 2 quad ground resists or weaknesses: a quad fire resist, a quad bug resist, a quad rock resist. Weakness for all those, and a quad water weakness. Well, so yeah. So coverage moves on just random Pokemon have the capability to just one-shot them, and that's...
Yeah, it's a bit concerning.
Yeah. I will give it a 2.
I have this as my last rated draft.
I originally gave this a B- just because I love Iron Moth, but I'm kind of souring on it the more I look at it.
Yeah. But please draft a fighting resist.
Yeah, fighting's.
Please.
I mean, Houndstone and Poltergeist,
but
yeah,
I wouldn't bring Houndstone to most matches.
I don't know. I think Houndstone could be all right.
Alrighty, we need to move on.
Yeah. We are on
Peter.
Gymleaderbrawl.
Alright. I am going to go to bat for this team. I love this team. It is just so well balanced.
Wait. Did you think that we weren't going to? I think this team is amazing.
Yeah. This is my top team, I think. Either this or Crown, but I think this is better. So, like, just you know how we've been saying like a lot of teams don't have synergy. Like this team has synergy. Like just the type cores. Like you go Dragapult, Azu, Fortress, and you got a Fire, Water, Grass too. And I don't know.
I looked at this team while it was being drafted, and I'm like, man, I don't like some of these Pokemon. And then I was like, man, this team is bad. And then I looked at the team and how it was constructed, and I'm like, this is my second best team. And
right, like you take a glance at this team, and it's like, oh, like it doesn't like it's not like that threatening or whatever, but it's just like everything is there.
I kind of disagree. Like
really?
Dragapult's insane.
Oh yeah.
Well, Dragapult's
really
like super
powerful.
fast. I don't know. I'm still not like sold on Dragapult. Like it doesn't hit that hard.
I think it's like a top 3 mon in the format, honestly.
Really?
I don't know if I would say top 3, but it's threatening on both the physical and special side.
Okay, threatening, yeah, but like it's not like Oko-ing shit, you know? Like it's not. I don't know. Like yeah, sure, it's like a round 1 Pokemon, but like barely. You know, that's kind of my view on it.
I don't know. I could have seen it drafted a bit higher. If you wanted to run it that way. And you don't necessarily have to Oko something, because you have hazard support on Dugtrio, Dragalge, and Fortress.
Yep. Hazards are great. I think maybe my favorite thing besides the type synergy is just the speed is so good everywhere. Dragapult, you got like a really, really good priority with Azu. You got Jolteon, Dugtrio, Pyroar. Where does it go after that? Like Staraptor, I guess.
You
Like,
have Prankster Tailwind as well if you just want to get Murkrow in there to do that if you really have to outspeed something
oh, I
with
didn't
like
know
Gallade or
Murkrow got
something.
Prankster. That's nice.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
That's
know
why
like
you
Murkrow's like
good.
scary, like actually good, but I don't know
it's
Murkrow's
why.
good.
good, yeah.
It's good in doubles. It is not super good. I looked into picking up Murkrow myself, but it doesn't do a whole lot other than set up Tailwind and maybe Taunt.
Yeah, I guess it gets good support. It gets U-turn, T-wave.
Yeah.
You can run like
Yeah,
I was gonna say
Eviolite.
it gets Thunder
Does it
Wave.
get Roost? No, it
It
doesn't
does.
get Roost.
So not I did.
But like T-wave is nice. T-wave U-turn.
Yeah.
Tailwind.
You can run Eviolite. It also gets Haze.
Yeah. No, it's kind of
Which
cool. Again,
I think Haze is important, possibly.
like Prankster T-wave, man. That thing is so nice to have in the back.
It's good.
I agree.
All right. Anyway, yeah. Okay, my one big gripe with this team is I think it literally has 0 priority, I'm pretty sure. Or not priority, sorry,
Dugtrio,
not
Sucker
priority,
Punch.
recovery. That's
Aqua
what I meant
Jet.
to say. Recovery.
Oh, Jolteon's Wish.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, so
Does
0
Staraptor not get
recovery.
Roost?
Huh?
Does Staraptor not get Roost?
No, I checked.
Hmm.
Like actually 0 recovery, which is kind of impressive, but
I mean, I'm not even that.
it's
I'm
not a
not that high
big
that you need
deal.
recovery.
It's not a big
Like,
deal, but it is like not the best thing.
if you had to choose between this team without recovery or a team that's worse with some recovery, I would still choose this.
Yeah. No, sorry. When I said priority, yeah, he actually has really good priority. Yeah, and then like we talked a little bit about the hazards, but like Fortress obviously does so much for that. He's got Serena too, which is a great spinner, like a really great spinner. Dragology
You
gives
think
him
so?
options. Yeah, I really like Serena. Well, not like really like, but it's good.
I hated it when I had it. Like, I
Really,
thought
I
it was
just think it's
awful,
like
but
versatile. Like it can run offensive, defensive. It's got
yeah, I
U-turn.
mean, it looked good on paper, but when I was using, I don't know. I mean, maybe he'll use it better than I did, but
I really liked it when I had it, so
Which
I'm
Pokemon?
surprised.
Sorry.
Serena.
straight up.
It's rapid spin and it gives you some offensive threat. You can I think you can band it and it's too bad.
Like you can
Yeah.
use
Choice band. You can
yeah,
get
you
like
can
a
also
hit.
use like what's it? Assault vest. It's pretty
Yeah.
good.
I guess it's also a lot better with the speed boost from Rapid Spin.
Mm-hmm.
I wasn't thinking about that.
Yeah. Dragology and Dragapult, like Dragology kind of feels off besides the T-spikes.
It's a good wall breaker. Adaptability
Yeah, it's strong.
and Draco.
I guess, but like you already have a Dragapult. I just feel like the prep is similar with Dragapult and Dragology, you know? Like if you prep for one, you prep for both.
I think there's a chance that Dragalge hits harder than Dragapult, especially. Because if you can run Dragapult physical, Dragalge special, and you can click, Sludge Bomb or Draco on Dragalge and be very happy with it.
I also think you have to like take into account where he got it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure. It's a good pick at the time. I just thought it was like maybe I don't know. It's definitely a nitpick. Like maybe that was the best thing available, honestly.
I mean, I loved using it last season. It was actually one of my favorites to use. So, yeah.
I think it's a good one.
Mm-hmm. They lost flip turn, so that hurts, but still good.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
think this team might be a little earthquake weak now that I look at it.
There are 2 immunities and 1 resistance and 3 weaknesses.
I mean, he has like 2 flying types, but like they're not really mons you want to like
switch in.
switch in. Yeah.
No, I can see it a little bit. Like Edgequake. Like most teams are Edgequake weak, but this team maybe a little more so than others. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think I have anything else really. Just like everything's good. Besides
Yeah.
like maybe like the literally my only like main complaint is reliable recovery.
Yeah, I
I
don't even
guess like
think that's too important because it's like an offensive team. Like I don't.
well
Right.
really I don't see it as an offensive. I see it as a balanced team. Like I actually don't think the offense is like that threatening
Really?
compared to like other good teams, you know? Like I don't know, I don't think of Dragapult as like an insane like offensive like sweeper or something. Like Azu's threatening, yeah, like Straptor's a little threatening. I don't know, it's
I
just
mean,
like
I think what'll end up happening is this team is really, really well built to the point where you can bring something in that can deal with whatever wall or whatever threat is on the enemy team. And I think you have a way around all of that. So I don't necessarily think that as long as you don't just randomly lose a Pokemon, I think it's one of the better offensive teams.
Yeah.
yeah, okay. Okay. Yeah, I had this as my top draft. I gave it a 9 out of 10.
This was my second.
I give it an A+.
Nice. Okay.
All right, Mr. DT, you are next.
So, let's see. The first thing I wrote about DT is it just has like really good ones. Like DT like drafted really well in terms of just picking up good shit as it came. Um I'm wondering well, okay, Wu Chin is definitely like insane for a 5th round or 6th round pick. 5th round pick.
6th round.
Yeah, I
Does it
needed an earthquake
yeah, does it like
resistance.
do anything though? Like
I mean, it gets like leech seed, knockoff.
Yeah, it
okay.
when it gets on the field, it stays on the field, and you
It's
have to
hard to
find a
kill,
way.
especially especially with like leech seed. It takes your item off.
Yeah, okay, I can see it. Sure.
It's body press, taunt, stun
Mhm.
spore.
I I'm a little like I understand Torkoal as but like what is it doing on this team exactly?
I mainly just got it because I was worried about not having any like removal. And
Yeah. Yeah, no, I can see that, but also yeah, I just feel like I don't know. You could have got something better for sure.
I
You
mean,
can maybe even trade like so many people have photosynthesis mons, you could maybe trade it for something good.
I don't know that I
yeah, I
would.
was trying.
I like the Torkoal. You have your sun boosted fire moves. Um, it's slower than the Pelipper, so you can lead it and swap the rain to sun. Um, it gives you a decently good special mon as well.
It's also a fairy resist, which I wanted, which because I was pretty fairy weak.
Yep.
Yeah. Um,
Also,
like Peter's draft, the speed is just really good. Like Iron Valiant's like 116 or something. Garchomp's
yeah,
over 100.
Curious Q
Jugulus
is
is like
136. Dragulus is 108.
yeah, so that's like good. Espeon's 110. Yeah, like just like so much fast shit.
The only like disappointing thing is that just at Iron Valiant's, I would typically think it's a special attacker, but its highest base stat is attack.
Yeah, I think it's a really good mixed attacker.
Yeah.
Like I think it'll make it difficult to prep for.
Yeah, I agree. I think maybe, especially in the beginning, I think it might get a little because I think it only has like certain moves that it can. Well, let's see. I think like fairy type, it only gets a special move, basically. Is that right? I was looking at it earlier.
It gets Spirit
Spirit
Break,
break.
Okay. Yeah, I don't know.
which
Okay,
is
I don't know what I'm
fine.
talking about. It looks really good. Yeah.
Yeah, I was really surprised it fell. I honestly thought like Dragapult and Iron Valiant were two of the top 5 mons.
Hmm.
Um, I think the reason it fell is just because I mean I think it could have been taken instead of Excalibur, but I understand why a lot of the other things weren't, because I think Chi is by far the best of the rune Pokemon.
Oh yeah, I love Chi.
Or I guess no,
Chin
Pao might be
Pao.
better.
Yeah.
Well, both of them. I like both of them.
Yeah.
Anyway, so I do think like the Mons are insane. There's like a lot of threats. Like offense is crazy. I don't see a whole lot of support. Like you got Rapid Spin and Torkoal, I guess, but there's just not really a defensive core to speak of. But I mean, you got Wooch, but yeah, it's pretty limited.
That's why I got SP on, because I think I'm gonna run more like HO a lot.
Yeah,
maybe run
sure.
Garchomp with like Rocky Helmet some, but
my concern is your flying weaknesses. I know one of them is Sawsbuck and the other is Venomoth, but it still hits Iron Valiant and Wochian pretty hard, and you don't really have a resist for that.
He's got the Copper draw.
Right?
But Pincurchin. Pincurchin's like, I think actually Pincurchin's like pretty usable.
It is,
as a bulky pivot. Like
you won that trade.
Pincurchin's nice because I have two Quirk Jives.
Right.
But Iron Jugulus is not grounded, and I don't know if it has to be grounded for the electric to work. It doesn't. Oh, that's even better. Oh man.
Yeah.
Yeah, you fleeced him in that trade.
Yeah, I would say also, like, again, going on with support, you don't really have a lot of pivots. I think you have what, Iron Jugulus gets U-turn, maybe?
It's Jugulus, Kamala, and Venomoth all have U-turn. Pincurchin has Memento.
Yeah, well, I hardly count Kamala. You can't use Baton Pass.
You can't use it.
Yeah, it's banned.
Yeah.
Oh, it's banned?
Yeah. So yeah, basically you only have Pincurchin and Iron Jugulus. So it's just like a little nitpick.
Why is Baton Pass banned?
Yeah, I kind of regret that. I think I should have just said no baton passing stats. I forget why.
Yeah.
It was like from last season, and I don't remember why I wrote that down. But yeah.
It's that and like sub and everything.
I mean, Kamala gets U-turn too.
Yeah.
Right, but like, does it count?
Yeah, because if you're, especially if it trades away Torkoal, then it's your Rapid Spinner.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it does get Rapid Spin. I forgot about that.
You Rapid Spin, Wish, you turn out into something else.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I think my only complaint really is like the defense. But it's definitely like really solid. I mean, even Garchomp can run defensive. I don't know. It's good.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I have a few defensive options, but I feel like I'm just gonna be like killing shit and die.
Yeah.
Differential doesn't matter if you win every game.
Exactly.
Yeah, no, I like it.
I'm excited to use Venomoth too.
Yeah. I gave it a 8.5 out of 10.
This was my top ranked team.
Really?
Yeah. It was like this and Peter's team 1-2. And I like this style more. Just to kill things before they kill you. If you hit it first and, gets one shot, who cares?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, just like the quality of Mons. I don't know. All right. Let's go.
Ksch Toad.
Tacoman?
No, it's Ksch and Toad.
First? Oh, did I switch it?
I never talked about Tacoman.
Yeah, I thought we did Tacoman.
I thought it was. Am I trolling and that I got draft order wrong? I just Tacoman first. My bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Although I haven't looked at Tacoman's team.
Did you do DT or do you want me to start?
Yeah, I did a little bit. Like, he's going for like a stally defensive type team, it looks like, which I just don't think is going to be great in this generation. Like, I like the Mons individually, but I think they're better like on balanced teams.
Yep, I agree. It feels like he just took like, oh, I can play kind of stally like in seasons past, and I don't think that's really an option. Also, I don't think Iron Thorns is good.
No, I don't like it at all.
It could be the last Pokemon on there, and I would still choose like an NFE or something. I hate it. It's Earth. It's way too Earth weak.
You can tear it to like get rid of that though. Like
No,
if it has
I think it's like
a
I think for a 5th round pick, it's really good. Like I think it's
Yeah.
still a good
I mean,
mod.
I'm exaggerating a bit, but a lot. But
yeah, I didn't hate the pick, especially because he's got like Corviknight, but I just think it's gonna die more often than it like actually does stuff.
yeah, I'm not sure what it's on there to do.
Like it's strong and physically bulky, but gets a good move pool.
I think Tatsugiri was a good pick as well.
I agree. Yeah, I like that one a lot.
Yeah, Storm Drain and it's 120 special attack. So if you swap it on our water move, and then you're what +1, and then use Draco.
And it gets set up, doesn't it?
I don't know.
I don't think so.
I
Yeah,
know
I don't know. I was
under-
looking at it for a long
Yeah, it does.
time.
It has nasty plot, yeah.
And D-Dance if you want to run it physical. I don't think you ever
Yeah,
would.
I don't
But
know.
Its attack is so bad. You don't want to run it.
you don't have physical moves either.
And
Your
it just
physical moves are Takedown, Giga Impact, Rapid Spin,
Outrage.
Facade, Outrage, and Counter.
Yeah, no, you
Like-
run nasty plot if you want to set up. But
I don't know. I was actually thinking about drafting it for a while because I didn't have a dragon or water for a while, so it fit perfect. But I just don't like. It's too slow to be like. It's really frail on the physical side. Plus being slow, and I think it's hard for it to overcome that, and it doesn't get any speed boosting moves.
yeah, I think
Rapid
its
Spin.
typing is good though. Like you can survive some hits, and it also gets rapid spin. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe.
That's your
Yeah.
speed boosting move.
Its defense is really good. You're right. Or like defensive
Yeah.
typing.
Yeah, like it's hard to one shot it unless it's like a strong, really strong physical move.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Yeah, I don't know.
I still don't like the team. Just conceptually, I think it's not great. I think it is a very good like stall team, but I don't think stall teams are good.
I agree. Yeah, I think it's like kind of the best you could have gotten, but just the playstyle in general,
Yeah,
not great.
dude, Screamtail is so Screamtail's got the weirdest stat spread I've ever seen.
I love Screamtail. I
What
think
does
it's
it
so
do?
good.
It just okay, like it attacks, but it's got 65 attack.
Yeah, I mean it's more utility. Like you can
Oh.
Encore, Perish on, Stealth Rocks, Thunder Wave, Trick.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay, I see. It's like okay.
It's a really good
I get it.
utility mon, yeah.
If you can find a way to prevent them from clearing hazards, this team is good hazard wise. 4 stealth rock users, 2 spikes, 1 toxic spikes.
Yeah,
Corviknight's
that
with
is
the best
true. I just
defogger probably.
on stall teams I usually like to see at least one like really threatening like setup sweeper, and I don't see that really.
Tatsugiri.
Yes, Tatsugiri. Sorry,
It's
it's
not
Vivillon.
sweeping.
Actually,
It can maybe wall break. Maybe.
it's Vivillon. It's gonna quiver dance 4 times while it's putting you to sleep with sleep powder.
Okay, I guess yeah, but still it's like not it's just like not a good mon. I don't know. I don't think the team's like that bad.
It scores Corviknight with bulk up body press if it still gets those moves.
I think it does. Yeah, Corviknight's really good.
Based on what we're saying, I feel like I'm almost rating it too low, but at the same time, I think I still stand by it.
Yeah.
I still think one of the best things that they did is pick up Skill Villain and not allowing that thing to be on a Sun team.
I just so I can have it.
I think
Yeah.
the type
Watch out for
synergy is
Sawsbuck.
really good.
Yeah, Sawsbuck is good too. So that was smart that you grabbed that. What did you guys rate this team?
I gave it a C minus.
I don't know. It's hard. I'm gonna
It's
say
my
maybe a
17th.
6. 6.
Really?
Yeah, I don't think it's like bad. Like I'm not sure like stall is just like blanket bad. I think like for a stall team, it's actually not bad.
Yeah, I might have been a little harsh on it. Like I do like a lot of the mons, especially the top three. I think are really good.
Mm-hmm.
When I look at it though, I don't see something that I'm very worried about.
Yeah,
Right.
that's.
I'm just like, I need to make sure I have enough PP to like play the battle, and then I'll go from there.
It also really hurts Corviknight with recovery change.
Yeah.
Oh, does it not get roost?
No, it does, but it's only 8. So
yeah, it's
yeah.
like everything was halved for the most part.
Well, you
so
could
like,
argue
can't
that like
stall out.
pressure is really good though on it. Like pressure's better now.
Yeah. In stall matchups.
I guess.
But
Well, maybe. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let's move on.
Ksch.
Oh. So like, okay, yeah, this is the other team I was gonna make the point. Like, I think the draft started out really well with the first 5 picks. And then like the last 7 mons feel like so useless to me. Like,
I like Dashbun, but
Yeah.
what does it
the
do?
bottom 6, it's like strong,
Mm-hmm.
and
With
it's very.
wait,
It
is
has
it?
well-baked body.
Yeah.
How is it strong? It's got 80 attack.
But it's like hard to kill.
Yeah. It sticks
I mean,
around.
is it? It's got 57 HP, 80 SPDF. Like, it's not terrible, but it's not like a wall.
Like it's also like around what? It's around 6 fairy. So like
Yeah, it's also immune to fire. If you swap it on the
immune-
fire, its defense goes up by 2. You have body press.
and it's got a like decent coverage.
Mm-hmm. It gets like the elemental fang moves.
On
Fire Fang,
80
Ice
base
Fang.
attack?
It doesn't get electric
Like,
fang,
it
but
doesn't get,
It
like,
does. It actually does.
oh, it does. Yeah, I just didn't see it.
Yeah,
like,
it's
what are
just
you?
on the useless moves side.
Yeah,
But, like, you can't just use the fangs on 80 base attack. It's going to do 0, even if it's super effective. Like, it
Which
doesn't,
if
like, I
you're,
think on 80 base attack you want support moves, and it doesn't have any support moves from what I see.
it has Wish, it has Yawn. You can try and roar. You can go
It doesn't have
for
any,
like
like,
status
status.
with Body Slam, 30%.
I don't know. Alright. I don't think it's good. I've never used it, obviously, so I don't really know, but I just...
it's an in-game menace.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't know. There's a few problems with this draft. No steal.
Yep, that's one. Toad's cool is their mascot because it's Toad, and Toad is cool.
Yeah, it's not even that bad. Even like suicide lead it.
I don't know I would go that far. That's a very
Yeah, I
brave
don't know.
statement you made there,
Bro,
Ben.
it's got 100 base SPDF. This thing's a tank.
I didn't know
And
if we're ever gonna
40
see his
HP.
face. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's literally an NFE set. You guys are crazy. Bro, literally,
Uh-huh.
like, yeah, you run like, I think it's actually usable. I think it's actually like not that bad. It's like a representative, like 11th or 12th pick.
Sure.
Okay.
I don't know. I would never bring it. I don't think it's good.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
your mycelium might just means that you're gonna attack last with your status moves,
Mm-hmm.
and you're probably dying to it then.
Yeah. So like,
Your
go ahead.
your defense is so low that if you're in on a physical attacker, you're gone. You don't threaten anything with an offensive thing, so you're clicking Spore, maybe Rapid Spin.
Yeah.
But
Knock off.
Again, sure, it gets knockoff.
T-Spikes? I mean, I don't know, it's good. Good mod. Anyway, yeah, I don't know, like, it's not the most threatening team. Offense is like, okay, yeah, you got Great Tusk, you got Weevil, which got nerfed.
If this
Wyvern
was
doesn't
last
hit
generation,
hard.
it'd be good.
Huh?
If this was last generation, it'd be good. Like
Yeah.
they're decently bulky Pokemon. You can, they can kind of like self-sustain with like Slack Off. If Slowbro still had Teleport, it would be good. And
it doesn't
then
get Teleport? I didn't know that.
it doesn't get Teleport. It doesn't get Flip Turn either. So
always
you
do get
are shit a lot.
Yeah. So like, yeah, the offense just kind of like isn't very good. Defense is pretty solid. Skeledirge,
I think
Slowbro is a nice
Skeledirge is a
combo.
good. Skeledirge can be a good offensive mod.
Yeah, you get Torque Song. You run it bulky. You can force people out with Yawn. You have Slack Off. So you're just you have some pretty good staying power, and then you just keep going up with
Oh,
Torque
okay.
Song.
I don't know.
And then you also have Throat Spray or Leftovers if you'd rather go to +2 on your first one or
Yeah.
whatever. You also get Snarl. So if you want to.
And if you Terra Fairy, it's like really hard to kill because like Steel types can't switch into like a Torch Song.
Yep.
Okay. Okay. I can see it. He's got priority on, I think, only Weevil. But speed is otherwise
Shidowudo, I
okay.
think, gets Sucker.
I think it does too.
Okay.
No, it's
I'm
good.
kind of
It's
just
good.
ignoring the last like 7 Pokemon, to be honest.
No. You ban Sudowoodo and it's Rockhead, and you get your stem. You get Head Smash. You get Double Edge. You get Wood Hammer. You can Terra Grass the Sudowoodo. And a Fire type won't want to come in because you click Rockhead or Head Smash or something. It has a use.
Okay.
It also gets like Taunt and Spikes and stuff if you want to. And Stealth Rock.
Yeah, okay, I guess.
And Lilligant gets Quiver Dance.
I don't know. I guess I'm probably more down on this draft than I should be.
I'm saying all these things. I still don't have it rated very highly.
Yeah.
Yeah, neither do I. I just think the back half like went really rough for him.
Yeah.
All right. Okay.
Although there is some pretty decent tech that's in there that I don't think they want me to say, but it's good. It's actually surprising. So
Expose them.
expose them. They expose themselves if you read their chat message. That's all I'll say.
Oh.
But
does anybody know what Toxtricity does? Like,
No.
you have Throat Spray. You click Boom Burst with Punk Rock, I think it is, and you do massive damage.
But like, does it ever survive?
No.
It's
comment.
slow and frail. Like, I don't know.
Yeah.
Imagine if that attack stat went into its defense stats.
Yeah, imagine that.
Yeah, then it'd be good.
Or speed.
Yeah, even better.
All right. We should move on. I give it a 5. I don't think it's terrible.
It was my 13th best draft.
I gave it a C.
All right.
All right, Mr. Team Conandromic and Contronaut.
Con and Con. What do you have on my draft?
What do I have on your draft? Well, you have 4 fairy weaknesses, 4 psychic weaknesses, 5 rock weaknesses. Let's see. Let me go to this tab of my thing. I don't exactly know what you're going. I think I know what you're going for, but it's not my playstyle, and so I'm not really high on it.
What am I going for? What?
Like I kind of know what you kind of want to do, but it seems like you were building the really strong doubles team that was going around. Yeah, Yeah, your first 3 picks were like part of the doubles team that was like decently
Yeah.
strong.
Yeah.
Well,
And so
like
I
a
was like,
Spatra and Annihilate are used in OU all the time, like on team, like on teams.
Yeah, they're good.
they're good. I was just very much like, why are you building a doubles team in singles? Like, I get these mons are good, but the reason that they were used so much in doubles is because they could be used together.
Well, yeah, they get used in singles too together all the time.
I mean, I guess I meant that you can have them on the field at the same time, and yeah, but you can't do that in singles, obviously.
Wait, I'm so confused. What's your point?
No, my point is, I was like, these are good mons. They were used a lot in doubles together because of how they operate together on the field. How is that going to translate? It was just like the question. So I'm interested to see how well this team does.
Okay.
Yeah. I thought a bomb of snow was kind of early, but like I know what you want to do with it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. We kind of first of all just wanted the fun factor, and I don't know, it seems like good. Like I think the defense boost is so huge for it.
Yeah, no, I don't think it's bad. I just think it might be too easy to kill, like with the fire weakness. But
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like
it's
you
like,
do have the terror option. I don't know. You could be right
yeah,
for sure. We gotta
for
like
sure.
watch out on the fire.
Because like your fire resist is like what, Salazzle?
And
Sylveon?
Tauros water.
Tauros?
I forget if
Yeah.
Sylveon fairies is fire.
Yeah. Wait, fairy does not resist water.
No, it doesn't. Okay.
Yeah. No, it's
That was one
Tauros
thing I
and
always forgot,
Salazzle. So
honestly.
yeah, like I would say there's a couple types that we are a bit weak to. I think that's like the biggest negative on this draft. Um, fire being one of them.
I really
It's
do like Slitherwing though.
Yeah, I think that thing's so cool. It gets like
Yeah.
it just has so many options. It gets reliable recovery, it gets U-turn, it gets priority with first impression. It gets like a really good move pool. It gets Will-O-Wisp. Like one thing I wanted to do on this team was one of my biggest goals is I just wanted to get a lot of support Pokemon like in pivots and shit. You know, like not necessarily like threats like offensively or like walls defensively, just support and pivots. And like I like figured out like all my like move Pokemon that have status and like all my pivots, and I think I did really well in that department.
although you have your hazards are on some Pokemon that I don't know that I would run hazards on. I don't think I would run hazard like rocks on Annihilate.
I mean, Donphan.
Yeah, I would say other than Donphan, which
Donphan
you're
and Bombardier, I think, are
what does
two.
that thing do? Because I've never seen it used.
Yeah.
Well, I've never seen it use either, but it has insane support moves. It has well, it has Roost, it has U-turn, it has Parting Shot, it has Knockoff, it has Stealth Rocks, it has Memento, it has I think that's about it.
U-turn,
Sucker
taunt.
Punch. Like it's just like it's got so many moves.
Its move pool is nice, yeah.
Yeah.
Knockoff is going to be good on it.
What's with like Pokemon like giving abilities like uh what's its oh, what's the monk Delmise, like it's a grass ghost type and then they give it steel worker so it's like also a steel type. It's like just give triple types already. And then like Bombardier is like it's like a rock type but not. It's dumb.
I don't want to have to learn the triple type matchups. I'll be honest.
Like I think it's fine. Like just like do it very like only like a couple Pokemon. Like it's a super rare thing that they have triple types. Like don't make it like common.
I don't know if I agree with that.
I don't either.
I don't know. They've
I think
already
it's
tried
better
every other
having
gimmick. I think they might as well. Anyway,
like
sorry.
having like the rocky payload like is better, I think,
Well,
than
yeah, it's
having
like
it as a
Rock's like a
type.
bad defensive type. So yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. Anyway,
Because then like
it's
it'd
just
actually be
weird.
weak to fighting.
Yeah. Um. Okay. What else did you guys have?
Um, you don't have a dragon type, which I would have liked just to see on most teams. I think dragon types are strong. What was your dice
Yeah,
thing?
I could have.
Your ghost resists is there's one, so having a normal type might have been good for the immunity.
Didn't we have? Okay, you might be right.
Bird is a good switch in though.
Yeah, but if you're not bringing it 1 week or something because of I don't know, then you're lacking on that.
Yeah.
You do have a flying problem.
I think we covered it okay with Rotom Fan and Magneton.
I like Magneton. I don't really know about Rotom Fan.
Really,
Yeah.
I actually really like I kind of didn't want to get Rotom Fan. I wanted to get like a Rock type for flying to resist flying, but I think I actually really like Rotom Fan. Like it gets status again. It gets like pivot obviously. I think I mean like it's the same type as like Zapdos. Like it's a really good defensive typing, right? And um, at first glance, I was kind of like running Air Slash is useless on this thing, but it does hit grass types, which is nice.
Yeah, no, Air Slash is good.
Just
Like Wisp, Volt Switch.
Yeah,
doesn't really
you
have
can
an
run like
ability.
Scarf Trick.
Yeah, the Levitate's so
Well, sure,
true,
but like a lot of mons don't have an ability.
yeah. And as a last pick, like
Yeah, I think like its stats are like so good. Like I think it could easily have been like a like 7th or 8th round pick. You know,
yeah, it's not bad. Not terrible.
like yeah, it's like probably the worst Rotom, but it's still like a fucking Rotom. Like it's really good. I think.
I don't know if I go really good, but
Well, like I
I
don't
think
know.
it's usable.
Yeah, it's draftable.
I think it's like probably like the best last round pick. I mean, maybe besides Rotom Frost, I guess.
I don't know. My Go-Goat mascot pick was pretty good.
And on Sawsbuck, let me tell you, things gonna
Oh,
be deleting kills.
True.
Yeah, no, I really like how our draft turned out. Like I think Annihilate Bespatra is such a good offensive pairing. Um, you've got like one more as like a wall breaker in the early and mid game, and then you got Espatra as like a really threatening cleaner, and I think it's hard to prep for both. And then we got the support. Well, we got a lot of support. We got like the Bombsnow, Veil, obviously. We got a ton of pivoters, Featherwing, Magneton, Rotom Fan, Bombardier. What else? I guess that's it. Um, like our speed's like there, it's fine. We have like the bear tick in the back, which is always good.
Yeah. But I
Like
mean,
bear
even
tick's
with
actually
Slush Rush, it's not that fast.
it can outspeed like 110s, I think. Even actually no, I think it can outspeed like 120s, base 120s. Like it's actually really fast.
Well,
Yeah.
Slush Rush just doubles it, and it's base 50.
Right,
It'd
but
be
like
basically
doubles a lot.
Well,
Also
it's
like
just base 100.
if it
Right?
is in the snow, like remember its defense is boosted. So like if it's a
Yeah.
physical attacker, you can just sword stance for free, you know.
I mean, I don't know about that. Like, even in the snow, I don't know how many close combats you're living.
I mean it's 90, 85, like it's pretty bulky if you're in the snow.
90, 80. I guess it's 85
Or
if you're in
sorry, I said yeah, it's 95, 80.
Yeah.
So wait, let me see. What's like a base 120 like? We'll
So,
do
I mean,
like
it would just double the
Salazzle.
50 to 100.
Salazzle's like one. No, it doesn't do that. That's not how it
Oh,
works.
yeah. So if you were max speed, you'd be at 218. You double that to 436, and you are outspeeding a lot of.
Yeah, so Salazzle is 117. It maxes out at 366. So yeah, it's like outspeeding like 130s even. Like it's really fast. The only thing is you need the snow up, obviously. But I think it's really good. Like I don't know how much we're gonna be bringing it, but I think it's a super big threat that we have. I think
Yeah, no, I
Toro's
like the pick.
yeah. I think Toro's water is like actually insane. Like I like this thing more and more the more I look at it. Like wave crash plus like just having intimidate. It doesn't really get any support, and it doesn't get like pivot, but it has an insane move pool. And it's just like a good mon, really good mon. So yeah, anything else on my draft?
I think that's all I really had.
Yeah,
Okay. Yeah, I think.
I gave it a. Go on.
Oh, I was just gonna summarize. Like, yeah, the main problems is I think dragon, and then like I have some type weaknesses, but otherwise, I think there's not much here to complain about.
Yeah, I liked it. I gave it A minus.
I had this as my number 7.
You're crazy. I gave it
Oh,
8.5.
I think the drafts that were ahead of it were better.
Wait, you also had crown behind, right? You're just crazy.
No. I had my reasons. But I do think I would have moved crown up above.
Alrighty. Halbread.
I was not really a fan.
He drafted Pokemon he liked.
Yeah,
Fair,
So
yeah.
he's
the
chilling.
Mousehold round 1 was a bit of a
It's
stretch.
Yeah.
It is good in singles. We'll see if it's good in draft.
Wait, what?
Basically
It's good in singles?
Yeah.
I
No,
don't
it's
know if I
not.
would say that.
No, it's
Yeah,
not.
I don't.
Hello? It's gonna be like
running it.
UU.
Oh,
It's gonna be UU in a couple weeks. It's
I
because
think
like
it's
it
just like I think it's just like unknown is why like it was kind of good, but
I guess it has a U-turn. I don't know. It has like one offensive move. That's the thing.
yeah. I mean,
You-
tidy up
well,
is nice.
Tidy up
Yeah,
is
you-
actually nice.
I think you run it as a support Pokemon. Is what you should be running it as.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
But it's like,
but like as your first pick,
I know.
Oh no! I'm not saying that this was a good first pick.
No,
Don't get
okay.
me
It's like
don't
a
get me wrong.
round 2 pick, I guess. It's like a late round 2, maybe. I don't know, or a round 3. Whatever. It's not that bad.
but yeah, there's definitely upside.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I don't know. Speed seems
Like,
pretty lacking outside of
yeah.
the mouse and what?
Frostlass is at
Frostlass.
110, then Hydreon's at 98.
Yeah, that's kind of a big jump.
I do think Scissor's really good though.
Yeah.
With Terra.
Mm-hmm. It's like crazy with Terra.
Yeah,
It
like
lost
it's bullet
Roost
punch.
though, right? That's like really bad.
I mean, yeah, but you run a band most of the time because it's like Technician, Terra, Bullet Punch is
Yep.
very strong.
Yeah, Trailblaze is good. I don't know. It's fine. It's a good. I don't know if I'd give it a round 2 pick. Like it's more of like a round 3, but I guess given how
Just
hard
on
it
round
is to
2.
get steals.
I would have taken it round 2, especially mainly because Terra exists. You can kind of
Yeah.
hide the weaknesses. And then Hydreigon was a great round 3 pick.
Mm-hmm.
And then Armor is just pretty decent in the 4.
I've never really seen Armor Rouge do well, but
I think it's better in doubles.
it's just like so slow and like has a lot of weaknesses. Like
Mhm.
Armor Cannon's a cool move, but
I wonder if you can. I wonder if this team relies on Terra too much. Because like you kind of want to be able to Terra Hydreigon, you want to Terra that to like Terra Poison. Then like maybe you could Terra Armor Rouge to have a monotype that's maybe covers up some of its weaknesses. I don't like the later picks of like Sandaconda, Camerupt, or Luxray. I don't know why you trade Pinchurchin.
I mean, I only drafted Luxray because I messaged him and I was like, "Would you pick something else?" And he wanted Luxray. But I think he just likes the Mons. Like he just
Yeah.
drafted from Mons he likes.
Yeah. Yeah, like there's no defensive core to speak of at all. 0.
I mean, would be tough.
Really tough is
Gyarados gets Intimidate.
Yep.
Okay.
Sandaconda in the right situation could be decent, but
Yeah.
like I mean, it's got high defense,
guess-
decent attack.
Okay, sure.
He's weak specially, which is the bigger issue I see. You have Gyarados at 100, and then Hydreigon at 90, and then nothing else.
Yeah. Frostlass is okay special attacker.
Mm-hmm.
Not great, but it's mostly a lead.
Right.
Where's his removal? Oh, Mouse
Scissor
Hold.
and Mouse Hold.
Scissor doesn't get
Yeah.
defog. No way.
Yeah, it does.
Wait, what? Scissor still? Oh yeah, because okay, that's weird. Well, still.
Yeah.
Because Scyther gets defog.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, weird. Okay, now I guess his removal was like okay. It's not great.
In my draft notes, I'm like, there must be a reason he picked this. That he picked these. There must be. He must have something in mind. I'm trying, Ben. I'm really trying to give him something.
Tsunami is also incredibly troll.
What is?
His last pick.
Oh.
I don't know. It's pretty cute. That is kind of what people were saying. Just draft something in Little Cup as a mascot.
That's true.
Is what a lot of people were doing. So
it was like banned in the like the first draft board you found.
Yeah.
Why?
I thought it was hilarious. I don't know why.
I think he was just a troll. Yeah.
I mean, he got a banned Pokemon in another league, so like honestly, it must be good. Yeah, I don't know if there's much else to say about this one.
Yeah, I'm trying to think. Like, he actually has like all the types. I'm not seeing like any crazy like type weaknesses.
It like when
it's just the speed
when you look
and
at
the
the whole draft, you're like something is clearly missing. It's like a lot of good to like okay Pokemon all on one team that don't have a lot of common like shared weaknesses, but you're like, I need more. I need you to do something great to like win the games, not a lot of things okay.
Yeah. No grounded, no poison type.
No poison, no rock, no grass.
Oh, no grass is kind
I think grass is kind of an issue.
Yeah. Well, like, okay, does he have water switchings? Like, no. Not really.
Gyarados. Hydreigon can switch into water.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay, I guess.
That's it. That's all. And he has a quad weakness and 2 water weaknesses. But like it's camera up.
Yeah, like I don't know how often we're seeing camera up.
I think the only camera up RPL has ever seen was my Mega Camera up, I believe. I think I had it.
You drafted Mega Camera up?
It was like in the last round, and I gained extra points because I picked Mega Camera up. I think it cost negative 20 points that season.
Alright. I guess I'll go to 4.
It was my 14th best draft.
I gave it a C-. And
we're on to the final draft.
Cole Brayden. Yeah. So, okay. This is another weird draft. Like, yeah, okay, so the defense of the first 2 is obviously insane. But also I don't understand the synergy. They're both weak to fighting. And again, they're both just so passive.
I don't know if I'd say Garganacl is passive. That thing does damage.
Anything isn't either. Like Ruination is nature's madness. Like it just instantly halves.
Yeah. Like the top 3 mons are like can be very scary.
I like Tinkaton too.
Top
Oh
4,
yeah,
yeah. Tinkaton has that one move that just like is insane.
Gigaton Hammer, yeah.
Yeah, what the fuck is that thing?
And it's a better recharge move because like you just can't use it twice in a row, so
Right,
you can
it's
still click
insane.
something else.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
What the hell was
It's
that?
like a better. It's like a better Mawile, I think.
Yeah, definitely, because its speed isn't terrible.
Yeah.
Right.
And then you get Mold Breaker if that matters. I don't know that it will, but
Yeah. So like I think my big thing is like it's a defensive draft clearly, but there's no removal, like actually zero.
it's Bramble Gas.
What is that?
So there's
Okay.
zero removal.
Yeah. So like
I would never bring that Pokemon.
Yeah, I didn't even know Bramble Gas was like draftable. I'm gonna be honest.
It is, but I think it should be drafted where Rotom Frost is.
yeah, and Rotom Frost should
Yeah.
be up there because Rotom Frost is really good.
Ben, why did you draft Rotom Frost that high?
Because I
I'm just
already
saying.
had an Abomasnow.
100% accurate Blizzards.
I knew I wanted like Beartic, and so I didn't want 3 ice types.
I see.
Like I already have like accurate Blizzards on Abomasnow, so why do I need a Rotom Frost?
That's fair. But Volt Switch.
Yeah, Bramble Gas actually gets pretty decent move pool. Like,
And its
let's
attack
see.
set is 115. So like it's not useless for that. And its speed is
Yeah, it's
90.
got Shadow Sneak. It doesn't look too bad. Strength Sap.
Oh, get strength set? Okay, that's
Yeah, got spikes too.
yeah.
Okay. It's just
And
like
then,
feels like a
Alright.
bad rapid spinner.
Yeah.
and then there's Rabska for your Revival Blessing, which I think is why it was drafted. But I'm not sure why they didn't just draft Palmot, because I'm pretty sure Palmot was available there.
Over what? Rapska?
Yeah.
Rabska has okay, like, stats and
I mean, like, you click
areas.
Bug Buzz and Psychic, and you kind of do okay damage.
Yeah.
I guess that's why they didn't draft Rabska, Palmot was because they already had physical attackers.
Yeah.
Because I think by that point, a lot of the spinners were gone.
Yeah. Oh man, this draft's just so weird. Like, okay, another really bad thing is I think 9 out of 11 Pokemon or 9 out of 12 are physical. Which is pretty bad. I guess Salamence you
Well,
could
like,
count as
Salamence you can
mixed.
run.
Yeah,
Well,
Salamence you can run
yeah.
mixed. Raichu is technically both, but like you would be running that
Well,
special.
I'm counting Raichu as special.
Yeah. And then Rotom Frost is special.
Yeah. So it's not
Rabska's
great.
special.
It's not like a huge deal, but no, it's pretty bad, I think.
Yeah.
The speed like isn't good. I know it's like not really meant to be a crazy offensive team, but you've got
It's only missing a normal type, which is honestly impressive. Drafting 17 types. Drop Raichu.
I think like it has decent synergy. Like I like Quillfish on this team. I like Lycanroc.
I'm just not sure it is going to do well this season. I like the Pokemon, but I kind of would have liked to see these Pokemon on different teams.
Yeah.
Yeah, like my comment on it was like it actually does have a lot of like decent offensive options. It's just like not very threatening. None of the options are like good necessarily. Besides like Salamence, I guess, and maybe Tinkaton. But like yeah, it's just nothing really stands out as a big threat. But I don't know, maybe because they have a lot of options, they can be a little surprising.
Yeah.
Yeah, only a sell rock for priority too.
Does Raichu not?
I mean, I
used to
guess
get
fake
kicked
out,
out.
but I'm not counting that.
I thought I got sucker.
Oh, I mean, okay.
It does not get sucker.
Oh,
But
they
it gets,
moved it.
yeah, it gets quick attack, which is, whew, wow.
Yeah.
I'm just saying,
Yeah.
physical Raichu. You could run like it gets play rough, nuzzle, thunder punch, volt tackle, wild charge, iron tail, body. Yeah, it could run physical. I didn't think it could until like I looked at the move pool, and it's not like terrible. I think it's better, especially because you get nasty plot if you wanted to. But
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's a Raichu.
yeah,
Yeah, I don't know. It's just like a very underwhelming draft. You know,
Yeah.
I give it a 5 out of 10.
I think Phalanx was an okay one too to draft late.
yeah, it's a little worse than Passimian.
Yeah.
It was my 12th best draft.
I think I gave it a C.
All right.
I think Tinglu Garganacl is a pretty strong core though.
Yeah,
Although it's a lot better with Dondozo, but there was no way he was getting that.
Yeah, like again, like they're two really good mons. I just don't see the synergy very much. Like, why do you need both? You know, aren't they doing the same thing? Like,
not really.
They're both weak to water, or sorry, they're not weak to water, but they're both weak to fighting.
They are both weak to water.
Oh.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. Yeah. See, it's like.
But like you have Salamence, which covers fighting and water resist.
Mhm.
Well, okay, but
And
still,
Bramblegast
you
carries
don't.
fire and water. Or fire.
I don't know. It's just weird. It's like it's the same
Well,
prep for those 2 months.
Goldfish too. Like he has a lot of resist for fighting and water.
Yeah, there are 3 water resists, and there are 4 fighting resists, 1 immunity, and 3 resist.
Yeah, I thought it was an average team.
Yeah.
All right. That's it already. It only took like 2.5 hours.
Yep.
Oh.
Oh, come
Okay.
on.
All right.
Okay.
I'm gonna end it there. Thanks. Thanks for listening. Goodbye.